But then I realized I already clicked the button, so that was a moot point.
All right.
That's the kind of professionalism we bring to this show.
I think it's what our fans have come to expect from us, dude.
That I have no idea how to fucking run a show. Yeah, I hope so.
Just go live, fucking wing it, see what happens.
Yeah, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that's the best way to go, man. You know, there's nothing to stimulate your mind more than that moment of like, well, fuck. People can hear me now, and I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sense of urgency kind of forces you to come up with something.
It's like panic, fucking hallelujah. Let's sing it or some shit. Hey, what's up, Butternut? I can safely say gaming and yelling is probably not going to be here tonight because he's getting drunk on Trippy's stream. So,
good for him.
So his fan base, which is like, what's that one guy's name? I can't remember that guy's name now. But his fan base will definitely be over there watching him get like wasted on that show, I'm sure.
Good for him.
Just thought I'd point that out. So I guess the big thing is the fucking report, man. Like that's the huge fucking like thing that came out.
The huge anticlimactic moment.
Butternut says he has a fan. Yeah, the dude that always shows up and always says like I'm here for gaming and no one else.
Yeah, Loki. Is it Loki?
Loki, you're right. Yeah, Loki. That's a little weird. Entertaining, but a little weird.
Aren't we all, I suppose?
Yeah.
Ideally.
Oh, for sure.
If not a little weird.
For sure, 100%. But yeah. So the report finally has been released to the Attorney General. Gaming showed up. Holy shit! I thought you were gonna be on Trippy's thing, man.
Yeah, fucking little tipsy or something.
Yeah. I saw your tweet earlier. You're getting wasted on his hangout. I was like, well, all right, cool, man. As long as he's having fun.
Sounds but then I mean, I belong to the four fat faggots, so I have to come back.
Well, you know what? We appreciate it, sir. We were just kind of starting to broach the whole like report thing, just starting to kind of like chat about that a little bit.
Oh, and there's so much fun shit to talk about. Oh, I'm happy.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I love how like MSNBC and fucking CNN are like, well, you know, he can't actually indict him because he's the president. He's got to be impeached. Like they're fucking already moving the goalposts. Like
it's so beautiful.
Trying to stretch it out.
Oh, mad out with the crying. It's so glorious.
I heard about that. I haven't actually seen it. Was she really fucking crying?
You could see her. She was all fucking teared up and shit.
That bitch is beautiful. So fucking. She's psychotic. And
why is she even on TV?
Dude,
you're supposed to be fucking professional. Fucking crying all the fucking time is not being a goddamn professional. She's hot garbage and she needs to be fucking kicked out. But then again, the network where it comes from is hot garbage too. So bitch belongs there anyway. So why are we even talking about this anymore?
Yeah. Fucking stupid. Crazy motherfuckers. Put them on the air. It'll be entertaining at least.
Stupid bitch.
Maybe not informative, but entertaining.
Holy
I mean, speaking of stupid bitches.
What's up, baby?
You silly bitch.
So there's like, okay, so there's a lot of parallels between Tucker Carlson and Rachel Maddow. They're both opinion. They're not news. And a lot of people may not know this, but Rachel Maddow got her start on Tucker Carlson's show. And it's just, you know, I mean, the thing is, they both exist solely for the purpose of pushing one particular side of the political agenda, and for some reason have ended up being like these news shows that people seem to think are like real investigative reporting or something. I don't fucking understand how anybody doesn't get that they're just opinion pieces.
I don't know. I'd still trust fucking Tucker Carlson shit more than fucking Rachel Maddow. But that's not saying much.
Yeah. Oh, man. I think people should stop getting their news from television.
Yeah.
Just
we were better off when we were getting it from fucking Jon Stewart, dude.
They should get it from YouTube and from 4chan, like good Americans.
And Twitter, but I would think mostly like, don't they have a bunch of like news aggregating sites that basically just collect information and just post information?
Where do you think they're getting it from, though?
Yeah, dude, it's still coming from fucking shitty news sources.
Yeah, true. To be fair, a lot of the people on YouTube who actually do news, and I'm not talking about like the big channels, but somebody like oh shit, now I can't remember her name. I want to say, what's it, Maddie? I follow her on Twitter.
News chick?
You talking about Mad Woman?
Yeah, Mad Woman Media. Like someone like that probably does more research than like half the fucking news channels on the television. So
yeah.
Why do I smell
Sticks,
Canadian?
I don't know why you picked her out of everybody. Sticks would have been a much better example.
Sticks is better too. But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, but the small channels, like even the small channels do more like work to actually give you accurate like news than a lot of the big channels. Like the little people.
Well, yeah, they're not really concerned with truth, though. I mean, that's a fucking problem. They're more concerned with pushing forward their fucking agenda than fucking actual reporting.
Hey, what's up, Butternut? How's it going, man?
Oh, not too bad over here.
Right on.
You here?
Yeah.
Because we like watching you guys fight. Like it's pretty much, we all took bets before we started the stream. And then we're like, let's see if one of them kills the other finally.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, if it came down to like an actual fight between me and Butter, I would annihilate the kid. What are you talking about?
No, you wouldn't. Just take your fucking cocaine.
I would no Futter. Like, if it came down to a fight between me and you, like I would beat the shit out of you, and then I would violate you sexually in front of an audience. What are you talking about?
Without your cocaine, you couldn't beat the shit out of a fucking wet paper bag.
Yeah, it's like taking away Popeye's spinach, dude.
Fuck! I gotta go pop the cherry. I'll be back.
Want to bet?
Oh,
you know what?
Yeah,
are we gonna do this internet tough guy shit?
Yeah, we're doing internet tough guy shit.
On the playground after school.
Meet me on the playground after school, man.
Now, we found a place in Tennessee that's willing to.
Yeah, a little hosted. Oh man, I was just thinking, like, with all the back problems I have, like if I fought Tonka Saw, that'd be like the saddest, most pathetic thing ever. It'd just be like two guys limping around like a fucking ring trying to get at each other.
Well, one of you would probably be rolling around.
Oh, yeah, he'd be rolling around. I'd just be limping around with fucking sciatic nerve pain and just fucking like not really interested in fighting. It's like, I'm going to lay down over here for a minute. Hold on.
Hold on, let me stretch. Let me stretch my back a little. I'll be right. I'll be okay. Give me like 5 minutes to stretch. Dude, I fucked mine up. I'm probably going to be kind of fucking coming in and out here because, yeah, I jacked mine up yesterday. Fucking, we went for a ride up to Box Canyon, which is, again, just one of the desert canyons around here. And holy fuck, was that a bumpy ride, dude. Like, even the roads in were like, obviously haven't been fucking graded in forever. So you have like fucking 5 miles of dirt road where it's just fucking shaking like a motherfucker. And then in the canyon, like on the fucking road, which is really just a trail, basically, there's literally like fucking good-sized boulders, like fucking basketball-sized boulders just sitting in the road that you have to fucking work your way around.
There were boulders?
What?
There were boulders?
Yeah.
Fucking excited.
You're breaking up.
Fucking excited.
Yeah, all I heard was excited, so the rest of what you said did not come through.
Never mind. It was just a bad fucking mundane Matt joke.
Oh.
I got you. Talking about boulders. Boulders is another name for titties. Satan is excited. It all makes sense to me.
Them big ear bitches are sexy too.
But yeah, anyways.
What did I do? It was fuck you, damn it.
Them bebbies, them big ear bitches. Bebbies.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what did you call them?
Bebbies. BEBIES. Bebbies for big ear bitches.
Oh my god.
It's never going away.
It's only gonna get worse.
He's like, God damn it! At this point, if I had a time machine, I would go back to when I said something about big ears and fucking slap myself.
I'll just have to play some emo music for Satan. Just give me a minute. You can go back to his emo music. Huh?
Honestly, my emo music is less embarrassing than you wanted to fuck big ears, dude.
That was a joke. It was a joke. It was a bad joke.
Never believe
you want to fuck big ears?
You know what? Yeah, you know what? I don't actually like emo music. It was just a joke, guys. My musical tastes aren't actually terrible. I actually listen to good music.
Well, what would you call good music?
Big ear bitches.
That's a good band. That's a very good band.
It's a really specific genre, but it's great.
If you can cut yourself to the music, that's what Satan likes.
Oh yeah. I kind of like it when people bleed.
Don't we all?
So,
Careful with what you say. I don't want the cops called on me again.
For the 27th time this afternoon.
Dude, there are a lot of black dudes in the search for, if you Google big ear bitches.
How would you know?
No, I thought I had to Google that because I was like, that's got to be fucking entertaining. Hold on, let me share this.
What is that music?
What is that?
No offense.
Okay, nobody ever gets to talk about my fucking music ever again.
Fucking, yeah, really, little fucking. So they got
Jesus Christ, that Will Smith picture. What the fuck?
Oh, what about the Beavis and Butthead one? Oh my god, look at that bitch! Holy shit!
Right there, and then the random like fucking albino looking dude.
Yeah, he doesn't even have big ears.
No.
Is it the Ferengi? What are the ones from Star Trek that have the big ass ears that are like
Ferengi?
Ferengi, I think, yeah. Like none of this is like, it's not even any girls except for this one. That's hilarious.
I mean, the guy with the albino guy, he only looks weird because he's making a squingy face. Well, he has
he's like scrunching his eyes up and shit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so, but he does have kind of a little messed up teeth. Not the worst.
Oh man.
Yeah, you put big ear bitches and most of them are dudes. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a little weird, right?
No, see, like, here's the thing. Like, you're not reading into it enough. Like, you have to put your racist goggles on to use the Google machine, okay? When you type in big ear bitches, what Google sees, what Google wants you to see is effeminate black man get cucked by white men. Like that's what it's really about.
So woke.
Google's so woke, dude, that was a good one. I did not see that one coming. Effeminate black.
Well, try putting big ear women. Maybe that will work for you.
There was a weird fucking thing on Twitter with like Jeff Holliday. I'm blocked from Jeff Holliday, so I can't follow him, so I don't know the whole thing.
How are you blocked from Jeff Holliday?
I may have made a few comments about his wife that I thought were funny, and he did not agree.
Oh, okay.
They were legit jokes, just playing off of shit he said. I wasn't like trying to fucking like genuinely trying to piss him off.
Who cares?
But I'm not really concerned. I don't care.
Bitch.
But
you a fan butter? I'm sorry.
But apparently people have been calling him a cuck because at some point he carries his kids around in like when they're babies in like the fucking harnesses or whatever.
Papooses.
Yeah. I'm like, the fuck? What? I don't understand
Jeff,
why anyone gives a shit. That's so fucking
Jeff Holliday is a papoosy.
Okay, well that's funny. But like legit, that just makes like I don't have a kid and I never have, but I just assume that makes it easier to fucking lug the little thing around, right?
Yeah. I don't know if "cuck" is the right word, but why the fuck can't you just carry you can't just carry your fucking kids?
Well, isn't it like hands free if you put them in the little fucking harness thing?
I guess, but what the fuck, dude? You need to be hands free that bad?
I don't know. I don't see why that's a
seems
bad
fucking,
thing. I really
well,
don't
no,
understand.
it's not horrible, but it's fucking pretty fucking lame.
Well, no, Daytwa, you don't want to get caught smacking that bitch and having the kid in your arms.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a pimp. I guess so.
I don't know. It just seemed odd to me that people gave a shit like one way or the other. Like I genuinely don't.
Yeah, it shouldn't be something that's that big of a deal, but it is kind of like. I don't know if "cuck's" the right word. That's a little weird.
No, I got blocked for like 10 minutes by Mems earlier because she said something about pegging something the wrong way when she was talking about about Jeff. And what did she mean by peg? Fucking thinking face emoji. I got blocked for 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she unblocked you? Jeff is never going to unblock me. I'm pretty sure I'm out. I don't. It's funny because I made fun of his wife. She hasn't blocked me, but he has. So I can still see his wife's stuff, but not his. Oh. Fucking bizarre.
I haven't paid attention to either of them in a while. I never really had an issue with his
weird,
wife.
Funny shit out sometimes.
Yeah, but yeah, Jeff just fucking. I used to fucking love that dude. Love his videos, but yeah.
I never liked them.
He was fucking full of shit. Yeah, way before the whole fucking Discord bullshit, dude.
I still stay the same. I never liked them.
I think he was kind of my introduction. Him and Armin Skeptic were kind of my introduction into that world, and now I can't stand either of them, dude.
Fucking Norman.
Oh, mine was Sargon, so.
Yeah, that's just because you're a racist communist.
I think
I believe it's called liberalist now. Or whatever stupid fucking word he made up for that shit. Isn't that right? Liberalist?
I don't remember. Yeah, Bearing is a good one to come in on. I have to say
I got bored of Bearing.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I like his wife more than him, dude.
But
the only reason I found Bearing was like y'all remember that like the 10 questions for NCSJWs and the 10 questions for yada, like, and everyone did the responses and then did the whatever. Some fucking Armored Skeptic did a reply to like the replies that they all sent out, like the SJWs did like a second video on top of the original. Did you remember that?
Okay.
I don't remember the second video.
Oh, well, anyway, like essentially what it was they were just sitting there complaining about the people who actually responded to the video. And Greg responded like this was like fucking stupid meta, like reply video and reply video and reply video, whatever type bullshit. But he was just sitting there like talking about everyone that they were knocking on, and then he gets to Bearing, and just sits there and cracks up and just goes, nope, not even gonna talk about it. It's like, okay, so who the fuck is that guy? Now I have to know who that is because what the fuck.
Oh yeah, he was really jealous of Bearing, dude, if I can remember correctly. Like he fucking seemed to hate the fact that Bearing was like approaching him in views and subs, I think, back in the day.
Well, Bearing was funnier.
He would be like, "Oh no, we love Bearing," and then they'd fucking start talking shit about him. Yeah, they're fucking.
Well, no, anyway, back then Bearing was way funnier than he could ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now back
in the day, I actually like Armor Skeptic. Back in the day, I thought it was really funny when he was actually with the Little Devil. Him and the Little Devil were a cool combination, and it was kind of funny.
Yeah, he got really fucking lazy and just started putting out fucking bullshit. Because again, he had enough fucking sycophantic fans, I think, where he didn't have to put out anything decent, and they would still fucking, be blowing him about it. Like, oh my god, you're the greatest ever! This is amazing. And I still remember that fucking moment where he's like, "You see what I did there? I used skepticism to Like fucking, it was some bullshit point he made, which wasn't even that fucking great of a point. But he like fucking did this self-congratulatory fucking cringy nonsense, dude. You see what I did there? I used skepticism. You guys remember that, or am I the only one that remembers that?
You're the only
one. I vaguely remember that, but
dude, it was so fucking like self-aggrandizing, self-congratulatory bullshit, dude. I was like, wow, you're fucking sad.
I'm gonna have to go here in a bit just because I was supposed to play a couple of ranked games tonight with my buddy.
Yeah. No, we were expecting to be snoring by now anyway, so.
That's fine. Cool. I'm honestly like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go play a couple of games with him, and then I'm gonna come back in the stream so I can go to sleep.
There you go. Oh yeah, Stench ever commented one guy watching Five Guys judging other YouTubers. Too funny. Not wrong. I mean, to be fair.
Yeah, that's a good point, dude.
I should bring up that Snide Chat.
I wish I could refute that point, but that's pretty good. That's pretty spot on.
When I say those who can't do review. I can't make movies, but I can sure say what I like and don't like about them. Now that's real fucking easy. Making them, that's fucking
shitty. I'm sorry, I don't fucking care. I actually like Bering's wife way more than I like Bering, dude.
You just
she's hot.
You girlfriend. Fuck.
I don't think I've ever seen her.
Dude, she's super fucking hot, dude.
Yeah,
really?
She's very pretty. Yeah,
she's way hotter than Bering is.
I had heard that.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, she's like actually genuinely a nice person. Like when you talk with her and shit.
Oh yeah.
I've tried to talk with her, and it's been a long time since she's actually replied to me. We used to chat every so often, but now she's vanished.
She's too big for you.
Might be.
She outgrew you.
Oh, now we all feel sad.
Why?
No, I don't.
You only feel sad because you're a weak man and your emotions make you a fucking pussy.
And who are you talking about?
All 3 of you. 4 of you. How many people are here now?
God damn it, you fucking dumbass. You can't even count.
I wouldn't. I'm honestly really fucking drunk, dude.
Me too. Well,
no surprise.
I'm not too drunk. I'm a little tipsy.
Well, no,
I only had 6 shots of vodka.
I honestly we had fucking steak and potatoes earlier, and then I got full, and I was like, you know what we should put on this full fucking stomach? A bunch of fucking liquor and beer. That sounds like a good idea. And now I'm not full anymore, and that shit's starting to kick in, and I'm fucking drunk, dude.
Okay, I just realized I was really drunk the last time I was at my computer. There's a bag of Doritos Cool Ranch here.
Ooh, I like that.
You fat.
What is it? I forget what country it is, but one of the countries, it's like Belgium or something. They call it Cool American flavor instead of Cool Ranch.
Cool American.
So you get the blue bag of Doritos. It's Cool American flavor. Like, what the fuck does that mean? I mean, of course, again, what the fuck does ranch mean? But whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least that's it's after ranch dressing or whatever. But yeah, is ranch dressing called American dressing over there?
Oh, that's that interesting. I wonder. Because if it's American dressing, yeah, then that would make sense.
I don't know, yeah, it's weird that it wouldn't be just called ranch like it is everywhere else. It got to be difficult over there, you fuckers.
All right, so I'm gonna leave now because I don't want to be here with you faggots anymore, and I also really hate fire.
No one really asked for an outro.
Thanks for stopping by.
Fuck, like he was like he's that important for us to fucking say no, don't go. Oh, we're gonna miss you. Fuck off, piece of shit. Nobody likes you.
Yeah.
No,
that doesn't do anything to him. You have to tell him that you love him when he's gonna leave. That fucks with him. Telling you hate him just fucking, doesn't even faze him, dude.
Oh no, let's see what he says. I'll take this to Twitter.
Oh Jesus!
Let him know that we all love him, dude, and hugs
and kisses.
Shit, I gotta go grab my.
Oh my god! Oh, but anyway, we were talking about the Mueller thing. That's pretty fucking funny. Like how many people genuinely thought that was gonna come up and be like, we got him, folks, like moment. I'm like, we got him. He's out. Time to arrest the president. It kind of blows my mind. Because it was incredibly predictable. I mean, you knew that it was going to drag on forever. The only thing that surprised me was that it ended as soon as it did.
That wasn't that soon. Fucking took him 2.5 years.
I thought they were going to go for the whole fucking 4. Honestly, I thought they were going to go for the full 4 years and potentially into a second term if Trump won again. I genuinely thought that was just going to be like their political fucking hammer. Like that they were going to be like, he's under investigation by the FBI. Vote Democrat. Because I couldn't see that. I don't see anything else they've got on their platform. Like abolish the Electoral College, let 16-year-olds vote, let illegal aliens vote, give everybody $1,000 a month for free. Like that. That's going to go well. One of the Democratic candidates is genuinely aiming for like universal fucking basic income for everybody. It's like,
all right, sent my tweet to Satan.
There you go. Because inflation isn't bad enough. If we just give everybody $1,000 base per month, that couldn't possibly go wrong. Also, I want to know what city they live in that $1,000 a month is enough to like fucking do anything.
It's a car payment.
Yeah. I don't know. That whole thing is fucking insane. There's a city that's going to actually try to do that, by the way. Like fucking up in New York State somewhere. They're like, oh, we're going to have universal basic income in this city. Wow, gaming and Daytour are both gone.
Oh, are they? Shit.
Yep.
No, I'm here. I just had to put mute because I was listening.
Did you read that tweet to Satan yet?
Oh, yeah, you're right. And I should see what that says. I'm sure it's phenomenal.
Wait, I don't follow you. How the fuck am I gonna read your tweet?
Oh.
You don't follow Butternut?
No.
Oh man, come on.
I don't know who follows me and who doesn't.
I do. Should I share it or read it or something?
Go for it.
All right. So at Satan and Satire, thank you so much for coming on the stream. We all love you and your opinions. We know life has been tough the last bit, but I am so happy to see you being the best Satan you can be. You are special.
Very nice.
That is pretty good, I have to say. Oh, man. See, that'll creep him the fuck out. Like, he didn't know how to handle that shit because he's like, I don't understand.
You know what? Maybe I'll do a thing where the next month I will only send out positive tweets.
Just to everybody in general, huh?
Jesus.
Yeah, everybody in general. See if I get a fucking put in Twitter jail for being sarcastic.
Well, the thing is, Twitter is basically designed to be an asshole.
Yes, it is. Like, I have tried being nice on Twitter. It doesn't really work so well. It just makes you feel all dirty inside.
I think if you're going to be nice to somebody on Twitter, it's more like if somebody's having like a crisis or something and you talk to them in the DMs to kind of help them like feel better. Yeah, I don't think you can do it on like the regular platform though. Like the...
Yeah, no, DMs are a little bit different. Like I've had some serious conversations with other people that I'm normally a dick to in DMs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I haven't done that, but I've had serious conversations with people that I'm normally nice to in DMs.
But the thing is I'm normally a dick to everybody.
Yeah, well, that's why I like Twitter.
Like, not only that, what would people, like, out of the followers, how many do I even have? Like 100 and some?
I don't know.
Okay, out of the 276 followers I have, I don't think they come and they follow me because I'm such a positive, uplifting guy. Like, the name is Butternut. It's on Twitter. Yes, a good portion of that is a fucking asshole bit. So that's why if I... You know what? I'm going to go to the followers, and I'm just going to start tweeting something nice to everybody I know.
We started like some bizarre Twitter thing. Oh, wow, we've lost everybody. Futter's on Twitter, and everybody else is muted now.
Oh, no, I'm not muted. I'm still here.
No, okay. I think it's interesting.
I'm opening followers in my links so I can start saying really nice things to people.
Very cool.
Except for Chair.
Well, of course.
I may tell him to use the plastic bag again.
Isn't he gonna sue somebody or some fucking company or some shit? Or he thinks some company's gonna get sued? What up, Psycho? It was I saw him, he tweeted some bullshit about like a store that's not gonna have cashiers anymore. It's all gonna be self-checkout. And like he goes to he's saying like, oh, I go to cashiers because I can't lift things in the self-checkout, prepare to meet me in court kind of bullshit to like some fucking convenience shop.
You know what? I can't remember how to tweet people without just adding them.
Is there a way to do it without adding people?
Effort. Oh, it takes too much effort now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a way to do it without actually like typing in at whoever and then like tweeting whatever you wanted to tweet.
Well, it used to be you'd be able to click on their name and there'd be a thing of like a box where you could tweet at them, but that's no longer there.
Oh, okay. Usually if I want to piss somebody off, I just like retweet their like quote tweet them or whatever it is and then make fun of their like stupid shit. You know, like the like anti-vaxxers or fucking like really crazy like political pundits.
Like sovereign citizen type shit.
Yeah, or like super far left wing or super far right wing. Like, because there's like, you know, I mean, there's like Molyneux who's like super far right wing, but also like pretty fucking racist on the side. Like, yeah. That whole IQ thing of his is just so fucking bizarre and nonsensical. It's like, I'm gonna take a bunch of stuff that's correlate that has some correlation, and then I'm gonna just say it's causation because I want it to be or some shit. Like, I don't understand that. That's bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the fun thing about like political is it really is like a horseshoe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, like, you look at like the tactics and the thought process behind like extreme like Islamist Muslims and like the left wing fucking like what do you call them, the Antifa. Like Antifa is like, they're not that different. They just have like a different set of targets of people they want to like kill. Like, their goal is to fucking, like, harass, beat up, and kill people until they, like, agree with their ideology. The only difference between them and the Muslims is, like, the Muslims are way the fuck to the right, and they're way the fuck to the left.
Yeah. Oh, heartburn.
Always fun. Satan doesn't have a heartburn because he doesn't have a heart.
Yeah, no, I just pointed out in the chat that Sicko's also, he has a very special place in our hearts too.
Like a place where he wears a helmet, or
pretty much.
Okay. For then again, there are some extreme right wing people that are extremely nice. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Millennial Woes.
Yeah, but not in like years.
Yeah, I don't think he's that big anymore, but like that dude was always one of the nicest people on the internet. Like, I mean, he's completely fucking irrational and racist, but super fucking nice guy. It's just such a weird fucking thing.
I don't know. There's a lot of people that are actually nice people when they're off air.
Oh, he's on and off air. If you've ever listened to his shit, because like I make it a point to listen to stuff that I don't agree with, as well as things that I do agree with. Like I'm not gonna dismiss an argument without hearing it. Yeah. No. I mean, if everything's not echoing, it's not real.
If it's not exactly what your friends think, it can't really be valid.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even me, like I'd say I'm pretty conservative politically, but that conservative is actually more or less on the fiscal responsibility. I'm actually kind of a lefty when it comes to social. Like,
not anymore. You're not, dude. You might have been. You were a classic liberal, like Dave Rubin.
I don't know. Like 20 years ago, I would have been a liberal.
Yeah, I think that's true of all of us here. It's changed.
Like I believe in gay marriage. Well, I don't like them using the term marriage, but I believe that two gay people in a union should have the exact same right as a heterosexual people.
Well, and if they can find a religion that wants to marry them, then fucking go for it.
Yeah, but don't force a religion to.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't force a church to perform like a wedding for like people or something. That would bother me.
Yeah, but I also believe in balanced budgets.
Well, everything has to get paid for. Somebody has to pay for whatever it is. You can't just like print money or pull it out of fucking nowhere just to give it to people because you feel bad for them. Like that doesn't work. Like one thing that people or my area really disagree with me on is I believe in low corporate tax. If you make $3 billion a year, you should be taxed at a lower rate than somebody that makes $100,000 a year. And part of that is because guess what? You're still going to pay a hell of a lot more than that person paying $100,000 a year. That's an odd choice. I would just say like flat tax.
Yeah, everybody pay the same percentage.
And eliminate a lot of the double taxing, like a lot of the double dipping shit. Like you just one flat tax that's like an income tax or an earnings tax or something like that. So, like if you're earning money, you pay a tax on it. If your employees making money, like they're getting paid, they're earning money, they get taxed on it. But like none of this like car registration, state tax, sales tax,
property tax,
death tax, fucking inheritance tax, fucking like it's way too fucking many. And I think that would balance that. For flat tax, I do think that is probably the most fair taxation. Like, I think it would encourage a lot more business if it was, 10% very simple, flat tax, easy, no tax write-offs. Yeah, exactly. No tax write-offs. That would be the key.
Yeah. No fucking loopholes, dude, where they end up paying, essentially nothing.
Or like they sheltered all their money in the fucking Bahamas, so suddenly the government owes them billions of dollars because they lost money, even though they made like fucking $1 trillion that year or some shit like that. Psycho says everything should be a sales tax like colony era. I was thinking colonial era, but so then we can create a black market. I'm not sure how that follows. Like I don't understand. I'm not too sure. I just think that he wants to create a black market, and that's the only feasible way he knows how. I mean, black people can start stores now.
Yeah, any reason, any excuse to create a black market.
Well, black people can like start a grocery store now.
True.
I mean, there's nothing stopping them, right?
Wow.
Well, except for when the riots happen and the other black people burn it down.
True. That's always fucked up, man. They go after they just fucking like destroy their own fucking neighborhood.
I'm pretty sure
that's not the kind of black market you meant, Psycho. I'm so confused. That was the fucking lowest joke ever. Like, just
yeah. No, don't sell yourself short. You've done way worse, dude.
That's true. Oh man.
We all have.
That's not even close to the bottom.
Roof Korean saved the day. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the fucking Korean dude who had the fucking people with guns on the fucking roof. Fucking what is it? So like there's that whole like thing with this New Zealand shooting, and like New Zealand is disarming, and people are like, we're turning in our guns because that's gonna make you safer from random fucking shooters that don't follow the law in the first place. But I like Czechoslovakia was like, hey, you know what? Why don't you guys shoot terrorists? That'd save you. That'd be a lot safer. So just fucking have your guns and go shoot them yourselves. Like that's what we recommend as a government. The it's Czech Republic, not Czechoslovakia. I don't think Czechoslovakia exists anymore.
Since the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, Futter's gone.
Yay!
You will be missed. Why not?
Yeah, that whole New Zealand thing is bizarre. Like not New Zealand, but apparently the Parkland shooting. Two of the people who were claiming that there were multiple shooters who were involved in the shooting, like were actually like there, have killed themselves with fatal gunshot wounds to the head.
What?
Why would they not be talking about it?
I don't know, man. The whole thing sounds fucking like it's getting weird.
People that did the shooting ended up like additional shooters killed themselves. You mean?
No. They're saying two people who claimed that there were individual shooters who were victims of the shooting, like they didn't get shot, but they were there.
Oh, they were there. Okay, holy shit.
Two of them have killed themselves with fatal gunshot wounds to the head.
Wow.
And there's all sorts of like evidence being suppressed, and I don't think it necessarily leads to multiple shooters. I think that's probably like just people getting confused in the fucking chaos and the horrible situation and how fucking crazy that was.
Well,
I don't think they might have killed him and fucking made it look like tried to make it look like a suicide because they didn't want it coming out.
Well, survivor's guilt probably is what drove them to kill themselves.
Plus PTSD and all that.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely, it's rife for what do you call it? Conspiracy theory, because I think the people who were involved, who were partially culpable, like the principal of the school and the sheriff, and a lot of those people are trying to suppress evidence that could be used to sue them, so that they're not getting like sued for a bunch of money or potentially facing criminal charges. So it's like all these weird things that sort of match up to make it seem like, oh my God, fucking, there were multiple shooters and they're killing all the witnesses to like, but it's really just like a whole confluence of shitty things happening at once. But that's an interesting thing that's going around.
Yeah. Would be crazy if they actually did get off because they didn't want to get out. Like, what if they were minorities? Like, if they weren't white guys that did the other shootings? Kind of like that one up in...
There's people saying that the New Zealand shooting was fake, the Christchurch thing. There's a lot of people being like, that was a false flag and didn't really happen. Nobody got shot.
Yeah, I don't understand that, dude. Unless you have some fucking compelling evidence for that, why the fuck would you say something like that, dude? I mean, do they offer any fucking proof?
It's now illegal in New Zealand to have a copy of the manifesto that the shooter wrote. However, you can apply to the government for an exception. It only costs you $102.50 for the permit to have
and your name on the list permanently to be fucking surveilled.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
The $102 goes towards the surveillance costs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I just thought that was funny, though. They're like, you can't have this, but if you pay us, I look the other way.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Psychos are
they basically.
I don't know. It goes back to what I was trying to say before my mic shit the bed, and that is the thing about making guns illegal and taking them away. That, like, I don't know the last time a criminal was like, you know what, I'd break into your house, But since it's illegal, I won't do it.
Yeah. I guess I can't get a gun. It's illegal. I guess I'm not going to be able to get a gun. That's how criminals think. Like, well, I'm going to have to find some other way.
The left wing is
commit legal crime.
Banning semi-automatics.
Like, isn't there already
a fucking bullet at a time, dude?
like a bolt action rifle you could have, or a pistol that you have to manually cock between each round. Like a revolver where you have to put the hammer back each time you shoot it, kind of thing.
You can have a musket, maybe a blunderbuss.
Everybody break out your fucking your wad, your gunpowder, your fucking your ball, and the fucking cap or whatever.
Right. All right, in a minute and a half, you're fucking dead, buddy.
In all reality, I'm looking at getting myself into archery.
That is a lot of fun. Archery is a blast.
And it's a lot less paperwork.
Yeah, I mean, if the weapon aspect of it aside, I'm just saying, like, just in general, it's so much fun.
Well, it's essentially just physics.
Yeah.
I haven't done that since I was a kid. Yeah, I haven't shot because my dad had all kinds of bows and arrows and shit. Nothing like compound, like literally just a regular bow. But yeah, it was pretty fun just shooting the fucking arrows just at a target and shit. But yeah.
Well, I don't know. I saw some like little cheap ass compound bows at Walmart, out of all places.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I was in high school, I got a bow from Walmart. Like I picked up a bow from that because my friend had a big ass piece of property, and we'd go out and buy $5 bale of hay and then fucking throw it out there and shoot stuff at it. At one point, we made a paper mache person, just a general person looking shape out of paper mache, and shot that for a while. That was kind of fun.
Well, you see, that's the one thing that I'd get in trouble for is I don't think that I'm allowed to put an archery course in my backyard of this condo complex.
A condo complex? I can't imagine why you wouldn't be allowed to do that.
Yeah, I think some of the condo board people might be like, why is this guy shooting arrows?
Yeah. My house backs up to a freeway, and I bought myself a pistol bow at one point, and I was in my backyard thinking, oh yeah, this will be fun. I'll shoot the fucking pistol bow. And the target was on the fence that, on the other side of the fence is the freeway. And the first shot I shot went really high, straight onto the freeway. So I just turned around and went right back in my house and said, fuck it. I'm not going to do that here.
Well, all right. I remember, how old was I? 15, 16. Me and a bunch of the other neighborhood kids, we lived in an industrial park, right? Yeah. Well, this industrial park's only, I don't know, maybe 500 yards from the main highway. Well, at the time, we were learning about potato guns. It was all fun and games until we heard tires screeching, horns honking, and then we're like, time to go in.
Yes, time to go in.
It's 3 o'clock. I think it's supper time now.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, Psycho says can't wait for the first Death by Soup Spoon. They'll try to ban soup spoons. One thing I can say from experience with a bow is don't ever shoot them straight up.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know. If I learned anything if I learned anything from the movie Grown Ups, dude, that seems like a lot of fun.
Oh, did that actually happen in a movie too? Because I did that shit when I was in high school. We were like, let's shoot one up and see how high it goes. And then it just disappears. And we were like, we looked at each other for about maybe 2 seconds and then ran into his house going, oh, fuck, that was dumb.
Wow. Yeah.
Heard the arrow come down. We know it hit a piece of metal. We never found the arrow.
Dude, that's fucking insane. With a fucking, a compound bow?
Yeah, it was like a 50-pound draw compound bow, dude.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Right up in the air. I was thinking just a regular bow, it wouldn't go that high.
No, dude, it just disappeared.
Go on a fucking compound bow. Jesus. Wow.
Oh,
You guys are lucky it fucking occurred to you before it came back down, dude.
Well, no, we went into his house. We were under like a full roof. Like it wasn't going to kill us.
No, I know, but you fucking shot it and fucking hung out for a second at least, right? And then you realize, like, oh shit.
We were like 5 feet from the front door of his house. So I mean, it was maybe 3 seconds between the shot and being inside. So we were safe. Anybody else in that neighborhood was fucking not safe.
Dude. Yeah, that's fucking insane, dude.
well, did you guys ever have fireworks battles with Roman candle?
Oh, they made fireworks illegal in my county.
Yeah, Roman candles.
Yeah, it's been super long time since I've been able to have fireworks.
Yeah, I don't think I ever shot them at people. I mean, I definitely held them in my hand, like shot them.
I fucking would have if we had fireworks and we weren't like.
Oh no,
I'm sure.
We used to shoot them at each other, but you guys are probably old enough to remember when those big fluffy Adidas jackets were in style.
Oh shit, those things would fucking light up like a fucking pile.
Yeah, they were like the cheapest freaking polyester filled with the most flammable cotton.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shot a buddy of ours with it. Like that was just the thing is we were shooting each other.
Like the Human Torch.
Yeah, he went up like poof.
No, it's a lot of fun, like just holding a Roman candle and letting them shoot off. But I can't fucking imagine actually shooting them at somebody. Dude. That's fucked up.
Actually,
I mean, I know they don't explode, but still, they're fireworks.
they don't actually hurt. They really don't hurt that much.
I'm more concerned about catching somebody's fucking hair or fucking clothes on fire, dude.
Well, they caught the guy's clothes on fire. He was wearing one of those big puffy jackets.
It's fucking insane, dude. I thought I was crazy, but you guys.
Let's see if I can find a picture of one.
Oh man, I was dumb enough as a teenager that if we'd had fireworks at that point, I absolutely would have like had Roman candle battles with my friends. I'm sure.
Man.
Like I never really got in trouble, but I did some dumb shit.
Yeah, I just remember seeing on Bottle Rocket, Owen Wilson's character is fucking doing that at one point, just holding the fucking thing and kind of pointing it as it's going off. I'm like, that's fucking cool. I'm gonna do that next time I get a hold of a Roman candle. And I did. My dream came true.
No.
Yeah. Dude, I'm looking through a fucking, I don't know how it's because the fucking Ocasio-Cortez responded to it. I'm looking at this tweet from George Takei, and I was kind of like looking, like his fucking tweet is stupid and fucking, bullshit. But then I'm going through the comments, and there's like literally nobody talking shit to him. Like everybody's agreeing with this fucking nonsense.
You know what? I just remembered it wasn't Adidas. It was one of the fucking Bulls ones. Chicago Bulls.
Oh, well, that's completely different. I'm glad you fucking specified that.
No, those jackets used to be fucking damn expensive too, and we almost all got our ass beat by his mom.
Oh, yeah. Especially if
you mean like one of the leather ones? Are you talking? Oh, no, it's still polyester, right?
Yeah.
Like a red. Yeah, okay. I got you.
Them like the bomber jackets, I think they were called, right?
Yeah, they were like a pullover.
Yeah.
But it was like nylon or polyester, that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
Super fluffy, really, really good insulators though, to be fair.
Yeah.
No, those jackets were cold as hell.
That was reversible.
Oh, maybe the ones I got were better now. Well, you know what? Never mind. I'm in California, so.
Yeah. I had a Perry Ellis one that was reversible. Like one side was the fucking nylon polyester, whatever, and the other side it was like blue nylon polyester with the hood and everything. And then when you did it inside out, it was like white, fluffy on that side. Yeah, it's a pretty cool jacket.
You know what really sucks? I have these Monster energy drinks sitting in front of me. I'm really fucking thirsty. But I need to go to bed.
Yeah, I would get a glass of water.
Water.
Of course, then again, I've been caffeine free for like a few years.
It worked for me. You have ADHD? It worked perfect, dude.
They don't put me to sleep anymore.
Yeah,
I also learned a few years ago when I was like really on the Monster Energy kick, when it says do not have more than 1 can a day, you can usually ignore that, but do not have 6 cans in 2 hours.
That's retarded.
I used to chug the, I don't know if they still have them. They had these little bottles called Red Line, and you're only supposed to drink like half of it at a time. It was just like pure fucking caffeine, I guess, or whatever the fuck it was. But I would fucking chug like 2 of those.
Man, I thought I liked caffeine, but y'all are nuts.
Yeah, well, honestly, caffeine doesn't do much for me, dude. It's sugar does, but caffeine doesn't really affect me, dude. Like, it doesn't make me all jittery or fucking feel like I have more energy or any of that kind of shit. That's why, like I said, I can drink the Monsters. The sugar will help, but after that, I can just crash out pretty quickly because that wears off pretty quickly.
Well, I mean, all I ever drank was like Mountain Dew. Like I drank the Amps occasionally, but like just the Mountain Dew for the most part. So I guess I didn't have that much caffeine.
Mountain Dew is the most caffeinated soda, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, even then, you're only drinking like 3 or 4 a day at the very most.
I mean, when it's way up there, like
more than 3 or 4. But yeah, I mean, like most people, like on average.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like Mountain Dew, and then Dr. Pepper's a little ways down from there, but not really that close. And then everything else is way below those two.
Huh? Really?
As far as like caffeine. Yeah. Well, let me double check it.
I hadn't had like a real soda in so long though, so I'm curious.
Yeah, let me look it up. I remember it being something like that.
Well, and then, I'm sure there's also things like Jolt Cola that are like outliers where they just like are super high, or like balls or whatever.
Jolt Cola, the original energy drink.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't think they
Cola was literally more energy drink, man. Jolt Cola was just like an extra caffeinated cola. It was way before they were like energy drink with taurine and guaranine and all this other fucking weird shit.
I don't know. I'm afraid. What are the ingredients?
L-carnitine, taurine, B vitamins. The B vitamins is apparently what makes your piss glow if you drink too many. And you piss, it's all fucking bright, glowy yellow.
Oh yeah, I get that shit like after I take my my multivitamin in fucking the afternoons.
Yeah,
like
the Monsters, the B vitamins
are super fucking glowy.
yeah. Like, fluorescent yellow. Yeah, I was talking to this one guy I knew that was in recovery was saying like, when he first gotten clean, he was literally drinking like a half a case a day. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. When you take a piss, does it just fucking the whole neighborhood start glowing? Like, how the fuck do you fucking drink that much, dude? Oh, here we go. Caffeine amounts in soda. Okay, come on. Just get to the fucking chart. Colas don't care.
God damn it, Detroit!
But that's not my laundry, but it is laundry.
Gaming.
No, it's not my clothes, but it is clothes.
Right, I was thinking that you turned on your laundry just because gaming was here.
Yeah, threw some bricks in there, fucking pipes, keys. Nothing but metal buttons. God,
Psycho says he could slam a line, dust a rock star, and be receiving a blowjob and still go to sleep. That's a lot. Oh, gaming is gone.
Oh, you come gaming away again?
That's fucking funny. He'll be back in like an hour when the dryer's done. He'll be like listening.
Let me know when it's safe to come back. Dude, that is way louder than mine normally is, dude.
It is actually a lot louder this time around than it usually is, the dryer and all that. I doesn't really care. But
let's see if I can move over.
Is that your dryer there, Stabby?
No, that's Dave's one.
Oh, okay.
I'm in my
pay attention.
There's no dryer anywhere near me. I suppose if I got my laptop and figured out how to like broadcast from there, I could probably take that out in the garage and be like running the dryer in the background. But then everybody that comes out for like a drink or something from the fridge in the garage would just be like walking back and forth through the whole thing. So,
yeah, we'd hate to see that on your camera.
Well, I'd put some fucking tape over the camera if I was doing that for sure. I probably should fucking put something over like a cover over the camera just as a general like common sense safety measure. But
shit,
Pepsi wants to watch me jack off on a fucking laptop, fucking hack. Then good for them.
Pepsi Zero, dude, has a ridiculous amount of caffeine. It looks like
really
parts per million. Yeah, it looks like it. 115 parts per million. And then Mountain Dew is 91. Diet Coke 76. Surge. I don't know what Surge is. I thought that was a laundry detergent, but whatever.
Oh, Surge is so much good.
Okay, so that's 69. So that's up there. 69. Sorry.
Here, I think I might have what you're talking about. Let me screen share. So I think I'm on the same one here.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper 68. So Mountain Dew 91, Dr. Pepper 68, and then regular Cokes. Actually, it's closer than I thought, about 56, 57.
Oh, here you can actually. I must have a different one. Mine is by milligrams.
How come Monster's not on there?
I think it's just soda. Soft drink. I think it's just counting sodas. It's not counting energy drinks. Yeah, it's just sodas. That's why.
Yeah,
they broke it down separate. They had
like the Red Bull and citrus, whatever that is, mellow yellow. Surge was the drink that just basically got tanked by fucking rumors. It was the super good. It was like a citrus kind of soda, and then kind of like a dry, sort of dry in the same way that like ginger ale is, but with a citrus drink. And,
wait, you guys still have mellow yellow down there?
They brought it back not long ago, just as like a retro thing, and people really liked it. But the Surge got tanked because everybody suddenly, like one day, everybody was like, "It makes your dick smaller."
Wow.
So it went from being like something that a lot of people drank to something nobody would fucking touch.
Wow, Shasta Cola has more than fucking Dr. Pepper? I don't think that's right, dude.
This might not be right. I don't know, man. It's apparently coffee and tea. Like Ben & Jerry's fudge frozen yogurt, 8 ounce, has 85 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Coffee fudge frozen yogurt. All right.
Coffee espresso, 100 milligrams. So this is giving you a comparison, like a regular drip coffee, anywhere from 115 to 175 milligrams, versus Red Bull is 80 milligrams. But I think the difference is the Red Bull gives you the
wings.
Well, I was gonna say like the vitamin B and the other fucking weird chemicals and shit that are supposed to help you get more energy.
That's what they mean by wings.
Yeah. Well, what is it? Apparently, darker roasts have less caffeine than lighter roast coffees.
That's what they say. I don't know if I believe it.
The longer you cook it, the darker it gets, and the more caffeine gets out. So Bane put out just fuck Tucker Carlson. Just wanted to put that out there. Good night. That dude's such a fucking wacky dude. So fucking dumb.
So Bane. Yeah, he's a fucking Trump derangement guy for sure.
Does anybody know how old Sophane is?
He's our age, isn't he?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's got to be close to 50, dude. I think he's like in his mid 40s.
Because this motherfucker was trying to say like I've been against the Electoral College since the 80s. I'm like, what? Like when you were like 10? Because that's 40.
Yeah, you live in fucking Georgia. Why would you be against the Electoral College?
Well, that's the flavor of the week. That's the one thing that they've been harping on for like the last week or so. They're like, oh no, the Electoral College is evil. Get rid of it. One person, one vote. It's like, but the whole fucking system is balanced on that so that all the states matter.
Yeah.
It's a real basic concept.
Yeah.
No, if you get rid of
Yeah, that'll be fine as long as everyone lives in New York or California or maybe Texas.
Well, if you get rid of the electoral college, you'll just end up with the same kind of shit that Canada has.
Yeah.
Where I sit in Canada, the election's already decided before I cast my vote.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like in California, I know none of the votes I cast matter because I'm a conservative. Right now, I should say. So for the time being, I'm a conservative. So like my vote doesn't matter in California because no one's going to vote conservative, or not anywhere near enough people are going to vote for it to matter. But like, it's like people don't understand history. Like part of the reason Greece fell was because they had pure democracy in a lot of ways. Like you can't do pure democracy. It fucks everything up. It's not a good way to rule. Like mob rule is not good. What happens when you put a lot of people together in a big mob? They get fucking dumb. Like that doesn't apply to votes. You know,
like I was saying, that's the problem with the Canadian system is it's one vote per person. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's predicated on the concept that everybody's equal, and that's just not reality. Not all people are equal. They should all be treated equally under the law. You know, that's a fair thing to say, but they're not all equals.
I don't know. What I actually liked was landowner votes.
Well, that's funny. That's exactly what fucking Psycho just said in the chat, but in a like the opposite way. He's like, I'm against non-landowner votes. People that have a more of a stake in it. Yeah. I can understand that. Raising the age to 25. I can see that.
What about lowering it to 16?
That's fucking retarded.
Come on. We all know that we had the same political views when we were 16 as we did when we were like 20.
Well, and not only that, but like they already have enough trouble getting kids that are fucking 18 out to vote. Like our 16-year-old's going to go out in droves to vote.
Probably the first time.
The first time? Yeah, exactly. The first time and then never again. Are you fucking... Well, you know what? Actually, they could get 16-year-olds out to vote if you got to leave school early to vote. That's what they want to do. That's got to be what it is. They know they can get the 16-year-olds out to vote, and 16-year-olds are really easily influenced compared to like most adults after like...
No. You're telling me teenagers are easily influenced?
But then they'll give them like the fucking time off of school, so they get a short day of school. Those fuckers would vote religiously in every election. That would be fucking chaotic as fuck. Of course, ironically, though, at least in the U.S. right now, if they had 16-year-olds vote, the conservatives would get a huge boost compared. Like, holy shit, the amount of conservatism that's coming out of like high schools right now is so much higher than it's been in a long time. At least in the U.S. I don't know about Canada.
No, we got like... In our schools are such an indoctrination, it's not even fucking funny.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the kids are being raised by the internet now, and so many of them see through that shit without even having to be like talked to. It's like we know children don't have rights. Like that's not what we're talking about. Like the left wing just wants to give them the right to vote for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not even sure where that started.
No, like there's... Put it this way. The way that my kids are going to get taught about World War II in school is it was all about race. Hitler just hated the Jews, and that's why World War II happened.
Oh, there wasn't anything else? It wasn't anything to do with like leftover issues from World War I or...
No, it was just about
issues or any of the other stuff. Maybe there was some other things going on, and the fucking Jews just happened to be like a sideline to get in power.
Yeah, like I don't know. We're
totally not left wing, right? Like they weren't killing their way to a fucking utopia. Like, hey, look at all these people with money. They must be evil and have gotten it by trickery because of their race. Let's murder our way to a fairer country. It's not left wing at all.
Well, when you look at the era and the time, there was a little bit of truth to that Jewish mafia.
Well, I'm not saying there was absolutely zero truth to it. I'm just saying, like, I thought that was funny that everybody's like, nah, they weren't left wing. Like, they're the fucking socialist, German socialist.
They were like as left wing as you can get. That's why I've never understood the alt-right. Like,
yeah. Well, the alt-right is almost left wing, and they're like they kind of go around that horseshoe.
Horseshoe, you say?
Like, say what you want. I don't agree with what Hitler did in World War II.
Oh man, this sounds like it's going to be good. Go ahead, man. Hold on.
But you do.
Hold on. I got chips. I don't have popcorn, but go ahead.
If World War II didn't happen, we probably wouldn't have Germany today.
Yeah, no, that's probably true.
The other nations of Europe were already annexing land out of Germany because Germany didn't have the means to pay for the reparations out of World War I.
Yeah, that's why they started printing money. And that's what we were talking about. Was it last week we were talking about that? How it cost like millions of fucking Deutschmarks. People were bringing like wheelbarrows full of money to fucking buy a loaf of bread.
Oh yeah. Because we were talking about how my mom was like, well, if they just printed more money, they could get self-driving cars and build new roads for everybody.
yeah. No, it sounds like an AOC kind of idea.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What is this inflation you speak of?
Well, to be fair, my parents get high as fuck every fucking weeknight at the least, and on the weekends too. But like every weeknight, they get high as fuck and then watch Rachel Maddow.
Oh wow!
Why?
Routine. So they're like fucking out in loopy land, and then they're listening to that weird shit, and it's like, yeah.
How do your brother and sister lean politically?
My brother's left wing and ignorant as fuck when it comes to a lot of the stuff. Like he's one of those like the electoral college is wrong because your side lost, dude. Don't you remember when Obama won because of the electoral college? Like, stop being a fucking dummy. You know, like that your side won that. So obviously it doesn't always go one way. I like what Psycho says. Alt means alternative. The alternative right is either left or wrong. As I understand it, the alt-right was basically they were like, we want fiscal conservatism, we want constitutionalism, we want to protect our rights, but we don't want any of the religious moral aspect of the right. They're like, we do, they're not against weed, they're not against like gay people, they're just like, leave your fucking weird Christian bullshit at the door. That has nothing to do with our politics, kind of thing.
Well, that's what it meant a few years ago. Now it just means that you're racist.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it's changed.
Yeah, it kind of did get kind of hijacked by the white nationalists.
Yeah, like I remember.
I think the media, the mainstream media, kind of played into that, or kind of caused that a little bit.
Oh no, the mainstream media absolutely made it happen. Like it really, like the white nationalists just saw an opportunity and jumped, but the people that sold it were definitely the news.
Yeah.
It's not much like
2014, 2015, alt-right didn't mean that you're a racist asshole.
Oh yeah, for sure. For a long time, it was just like
it was saying that you're a conservative with some liberal leanings.
Yeah, it was conservative without the evangelical aspect, at least in the U.S. As far as that, I don't know about the rest of the world, but like there's conservatism, and then there's like evangelical fucking right wing conservatism, which is the like gay marriage is wrong, no drugs, no drinking, no dancing. Like weird shit happens when you get evangelicals involved.
Well, dancing will totally fucking bring the devil on you.
Oh, 100%, man.
Especially if you're white.
God for Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Foot loose.
Teaching us all how to dance and making a stand.
Yeah, I love that fucking. Yeah, there's a town that outlawed dancing, dude. God damn, so fucking.
Dude, there's weirder shit than that, man. Like, there's a town right now that's trying to push laws into place to force any church to perform gay marriage.
Yeah, that is fucked up, man.
It's like, yeah, I think it's dumb to refuse to do it. It's up to the church, man. Separation of church and state in the U.S., big fucking deal.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking ridiculous. Like, dude, you've got so many options of where you can get fucking married. It doesn't have to be in a fucking church against their fucking will. You can do a fucking JP. You can fucking hire, all kinds of people. Again, there's plenty of churches, or not plenty, but there are churches that don't give a shit that will marry fucking a gay couple, right? I mean,
Unitarian mostly.
Yeah. So there's options, man. You don't have to force like the Catholic Church or whoever, whatever fucking church does against it.
Like there's a church in my area that like. They're not even really Christian, but they call themselves a church, and they just sing a lot of fucking weird John Lennon music and hippie shit, and like commune with nature from it. But it like if you go inside of it, it's literally got the pews, the whole fucking stained glass. It's exactly like a church.
Wow.
There's all sorts of weird places. Huh?
I thought that was
called kind of like Scientology, but way more legit.
No, nothing like Scientology.
I know it was a joke. That's why I said way more legit. Because Scientology is fucking bullshit.
Well, Scientology is like. Oh, go ahead.
No. Thank you for interrupting me because I was about to speak before I thought.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say Scientology is kind of like a cult when they like go after people that leave. These people are genuinely just like. The nicest people on the planet. They just
they're fucking hippies.
Yeah,
they're hippies, but like
they're like the genuine hippie holdovers and not the like left wing radical hippies of the movement.
Yeah. It is funny, like to hear the fucking the people that were in Berkeley in the '60s that were fucking pro free speech, just laying into the fucking leftists nowadays. Like these people are nuts, dude. Like this isn't what we were fighting for. These people are authoritarian, man. You guys are not for free speech, dude.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't understand why people are also hot and bothered to like say what people are and aren't allowed to say. Like, why is that?
Yeah. Again, accepting the credible incitement to violence. Say whatever the fuck let anybody say whatever the fucking, whether it's hateful or fucking stupid or whatever, dude. Let them fucking talk. Why do you? Yeah. Again, this is supposed to be one of the fucking core fucking, really the core fucking principle of our country, man. It's fucking freedom. And freedom of speech.
Well, the core principle is that the government doesn't try to force you to think or say what they want you to think or say.
Well, there's already laws about fucking inciting violence and everything else. Like, I don't get hate speech.
Yeah. Hate speech saying, like, I want to beat that dude up right there, like kick his ass. Like, obviously, that's a crime. You're trying
Or again, if you have a following and you're fucking inciting people to go do shit, like if I'm fucking calling for people to go fucking riot or something, like
go punch a Nazi.
Even that shouldn't be anything because nobody's gonna fucking listen to me anyway. It's not a credible fucking threat.
I don't know, like the go punch a Nazi thing is kind of like.
Yeah, but those people actually had, anybody that's saying that it had any decent following, those guys should be fucking. Gone after for that.
And that's like it's like a kind of like a on the edge of a knife there, though, because you got to be real careful. I think if you're saying go punch a Nazi just in general, nah, like whatever, dude, you're a fucking dummy, but say what you want. But when you're like go punch a Nazi, get me video footage.
Yeah, or go punch that Nazi right there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the ones what was one of the ones somebody wanted somebody to throw like a pie at some celebrity's face and get like video of it, and they'd pay him like $1,000.
Was it Bill Gates? Because I remember him getting pies in the face one time, dude. Do you remember that?
That happened like a couple of times with various different people.
It happened to Bill Gates, dude, got a couple pies in the face one time.
Oh, because of that kind of shit.
Yeah. Like they knew it was going to happen, and it still managed to happen. That was weird. It seemed almost like it was staged or something. Because, I mean, if you guys, they were kind of, again, clued off to it ahead of time. Well, and a couple people still managed to get pies in the face, dude.
Security can only do so much, man. If you're going out into a crowd of people, like there's like 5 security people, even 20 or 30 versus a crowd of what, like 1,000? You know, like there's only so much they can do, and I'd rather get a pie to the face than a bullet. So if I'm gonna have security, my concern is genuinely not gonna be a pie to the face. You know what I mean? Like my concern, if I'm hiring security, is like I want you to keep me from getting like injured or killed. But if somebody's going to throw a pie, fucking whatever, they're an asshole. You know, we'll grab them and we'll arrest them, but be more focused on like guns and knives.
Well, I don't know. My ex called the cops because of that comment that Satan made about mailing razor blades.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And even when the cops come, I'm like, dude lives in Texas. No one's fucking shipping razor blades from Texas to Canada.
Yeah, that wouldn't be worth the money.
Something tells me that your ex-wife is just vindictive and crazy. I'm going to go out on a limb.
Yeah.
I might be out of line, but...
I definitely think that she is crazy.
Not... Oh, okay, you are saying it. I was going to say, that's not Futter saying it. Is she one of my audience now or something? Am I getting like views for Butter?
She probably is one of the ones in your audience.
Subscribe and like, please.
Yeah. Tell your friends. Tell the cops to watch.
I have no control over who watches it, man.
Well, no, that if I say something that she doesn't like, she tries to say like, you take that down. I'm like, it's not my channel. Still, you need to take it down. I'm like, that's not how the internet works.
Well, and like, unless somebody's like legitimately saying something that's like truly vile and like potentially illegal that could get me in trouble, I'm not going to take anything down.
Yeah, it sounds like it's.
I'm not even sure I know how with
trouble.
No, it's the same thing. Like, I'm ordered not to talk about. I'm ordered not to talk about like the court case and everything else.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you know what? I've talked offline with you guys about it, but when have I fucking talked about it online?
None. Not ever.
I talk about how crazy the fucking bitch is in other dealings because she's fucking crazy.
Well, and there's nothing that can get you in trouble for that.
No, it's my opinion as somebody.
Psycho says if it's rhubarb pie, defend me with your life.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Hey, there was
a thing on Twitter. Okay, so there was a thing on Twitter about pies to the face before, like after this happened. Now I know where that person got the idea.
Yeah, this was many years ago. This was like at least 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, so this was prior to Twitter. So it just keeps coming back as a meme now because somebody did it once.
So. Yeah. All right. Are you guys seeing it?
Yeah. We see it.
I'm gonna play it. Ready? Here we go.
And you're selected, so the stream should see it.
Look how young he is. And wow! Yeah! Right in the kisser.
Fuck, at least it's in like 1080 there, huh?
And then the security all like well, I mean, the fucking dude that shot Kennedy got fucking assassinated, you know? I mean, if somebody's determined enough, somebody will always be able to get through security.
Yeah, so luckily it was only a fucking pie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or unluckily, depending on your point of view of Bill Gates.
Right.
Didn't he do like the fucking, oh man, someday I'm going to die, I better start being a good person all of a sudden thing? Like he flipped around and now he gives all this money away and shit. Like, I'm going to buy my way to heaven. Watch.
Yeah, I think it was his wife. I think it was when he got married. I think his wife made him.
Right on.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. Dude wants to contribute to charity. Like, good for him. Like, whatever. I just think it's funny. Yeah. Like,
it's probably fucking write-offs more than anything, but
more than like
fucking, it doesn't matter. We're doing it.
Or it's, you know, now that he's not directly involved with Microsoft anymore. Like, he doesn't run it anymore, does he? I think he still owns like a lot of it, but like other people run the company.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Something to do to like get that fucking like positive feedback kind of thing, you know? So instead of being like, oh, Microsoft's doing great, good job running it, now it's people like, oh, thank you so much for your money, Mr. Gates. We appreciate it. You're going to help so many people. You meet some like homeless retarded kid, and the homeless retarded kid be like, I get to eat dinner because of you. Thank you, Bill Gates. And he feels really good. So.
Let's see. Steve Ballmer actually owns more of Microsoft than Bill Gates now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm pretty sure he sees they didn't really run it anymore.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, the dryer is done. Should I tell gaming that the dryer noise is gone? Or will you start it again if it goes up?
I'm in the fucking front yard. I'm in that front porch.
Damn.
It was too much for me, dude. That was fucking loud. That was like fucking 5 times louder than the fucking shit I do, dude. Exactly 5. I calculated it. I totally calculated it. Dude, this is kind of a random moment thing, but dude, every time I see fucking Mueller, I think of the Munsters.
Oh, fucking Lurch?
Not even Lurch. He just looks like a Munster to me. He looks like he's related
like he's one of
to
the cousins Munsters or some shit.
Yeah, not one of the hairy ones, but yeah, he looks like he would fit right in with the Munsters, dude.
Yeah, that whole thing. That still like that's gonna be entertaining nonstop. Like fucking like Rachel Maddow was fucking tearing up. And all these
dude, I gotta fucking watch that.
But it looks like they're pivoting on to, well, we just need somebody who's not biased investigating Mueller was a traitor to the cause kind of thing. Like they're basically just writing the whole thing off and saying like, you know, that like, yeah, obviously we didn't look enough. We need another investigation with better investigators, that kind of thing. Like it just.
Right. Yeah, because Mueller seemed like such a fucking fan of fucking Trump. Oh, God, they're so fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I noticed that what I saw from them initially was them just moving it to, well, they weren't going to indict him because they can't. That's why there's no more indictments. He's got to be impeached. He's got to no more be president. Then they can arrest him.
Well, I like that.
There, you fucking idiots. Or they're listing all the shit that they don't even say him. They just say a list of things you could be indicted for. So they're tying it together in your mind, like that they could possibly.
Even though there's zero evidence to support any of the accusations.
Well, they're doing it. They're flowing into the list, but they're never saying that there are things that he might get indicted for. But they're making you assume that in your mind, or they're trying to make you assume that in your mind. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they say, lift things that a president, not the president, but a president could be indicted for. And again, they're not saying that he can be indicted for, or the current president can be indicted for, just a president. So it's fucking sneaky little shit where they're like, okay, you guys, we're not saying that Trump could be indicted for this shit. But
you saw everybody start backpedaling, the Congress people. So like, the Attorney General said there's zero evidence to warrant like any sort of indictment or charges of any kind. There's no collusion, but it doesn't exonerate Trump.
Yeah, and Schumer.
There's zero evidence of any crime or anything. It's exoneration. That's exactly what that fucking means.
Yeah. Well, and there's the thing. Schumer is also like, we need to see the whole thing, the absolute everything.
I agree.
Because, I do too. I think Trump even said that. So it's not a fucking issue. The reason he's saying it, I'm pretty sure, is because he knows that the way it works is Barr is going to have a summary of everything. That's the way it's supposed to work. And fucking Schumer's trying to fucking angle it like, oh, they didn't release everything to the public or whatever.
That's what I figure is going to happen. And that's why I'm kind of hoping that they agree to release the entire thing.
Yeah, that's going to be the worst thing for the fucking Democrats, You know what I mean? Like they're gonna fucking rail about how they want it, but they don't want that.
All right,
all right, man. You take it off.
Peace
Have a good night. Peace out, man. Thanks for coming.
It's peace out, dude.
He's
Canadian, dude. It's peace out.
I think that the investigation is going to show very little of any real interest to anybody, in all honesty, man. The only thing I think it could potentially do is damage Mueller and whoever was involved's career, because it might show a lot of really blatant tactics and things that they investigated that were in violation of the Constitution.
They
I can imagine authority as FBI agents by a lot.
Absolutely. Like you guys are digging in, had no business digging into, you motherfuckers.
Well, and obtaining evidence in ways that they should not have legally been allowed to obtain evidence. I genuinely think there should be some pardons passed out to people like Flynn and Pompeo and all the people that were indicted under this. Not because I necessarily think that they're innocent. Some of them I think are, but not all of them. Some of those crimes had nothing to do with anything going on right now. They were discovered in the process of investigating something else.
Yeah.
Thus they were allowed in court.
Yeah.
But
I was under the I'll go ahead and finish your thought. Sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say, but I think that because they were found using ways that the police should not have been legally allowed to,
right?
That's the point of having a pardon. It's when the system fails and goes outside of its own authority. There's that check that the executive, like either a governor or the president, can like pardon somebody in certain cases, or like a state.
You're like, this is a fucking
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's an abuse of power. So you're like, look, I'm pardoning,
and it doesn't make the person innocent. It just removes that conviction.
Right. Yeah, or the fucking shit they did to Roger Stone seems really fucked up, dude, to go in with a fucking SWAT team and shit to his house.
Yeah.
When
that was all political bullshit.
Yeah, well, he wasn't hiding. He easily turned himself in. You know what I mean? He had nothing to, he wasn't worried. He wasn't a flight risk. So it was just to make him look.
He's been adversarial with that court since day one, though. They're like, you're not allowed to talk about this. He's like, I'm gonna fucking talk about this, bitch. He does it anyway, and he's like,
that's what I really like. Actually.
Yeah,
I don't watch it honestly, but I fucking like that guy.
Yeah, that dude comes out and just keeps going. Or like, and then they brought him back. Like, you're still not allowed to talk about this. He's like, I'm gonna write this shit in my book. What now?
I think Cohen rolled. I think Cohen was fucking lying about whatever bullshit he said. You know what I mean? I think they fucking scared him and intimidated him into fucking making up shit.
No, I don't think they scared and intimidated him into making up shit. I think he recognized an opportunity to not necessarily violate any laws because Congress was basically forcing him to violate the laws so he can escape. Basically, he violated lawyer-client confidentiality in a big bad way, and that should not have legally been allowed. And they're claiming because he's disbarred that it doesn't count, but it absolutely still counts. It doesn't matter if you've been disbarred. But because it was Congress, they managed to fucking skirt that somehow. Like, I guess whatever district they're in has the shittiest fucking district attorney, and like the bar association is a left-wing organization mostly anyway at this point. So there's a lot of other issues why he didn't get charged with that. But he recognized that, as long as he was careful not to say anything that could potentially actually be used, he could give them the semblance of what they wanted in exchange for a much lesser charge, so he would not have to face a lot of jail time.
Yeah.
Really good lawyer and recognized that and said, I'm gonna fucking take this shot.
Yeah. But yeah, I think there's actually a strong possibility that people like Comey, maybe Rosenstein, like these guys could be facing some fucking charges, dude.
I wish that would happen. I have a feeling that maybe one or two people like Comey might, but because he openly admitted to giving like privileged information to somebody with the purpose of having it be leaked to the press.
Yeah. And apparently, from what I understand, like him coming out and saying, "Oh no, Hillary shouldn't be," back when he was like, "Yeah, this shit's all illegal, but she shouldn't be prosecuted." Like that should have never coming out of his mouth, dude. Like that apparently is not his fucking place, dude. Like that.
Well, that's unprofessional. I don't know that they'll necessarily come out and press any charges for that specifically. I think the leaking the documents could potentially result in a charge, but it'd probably be a slap on the wrist. I think, despite the fact that many of these people deserve genuine criminal charges for their behavior and their conduct, it's never gonna come down on them, other than maybe being fired.
Right. But yeah, I don't know. I think somebody high up like that needs to fucking go to jail, dude. I think it has to happen. Because
that's the case for a lot of dirty cops, though. Like not necessarily politically related, just in general. A lot of times they don't press charges; they just let them off with losing their job.
Right. They
let them there's a lot of precedents for that. It's happened many times before. So I have a feeling that's the worst that's going to happen to anybody is they'll lose their job, which is shitty. It should be jail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have nothing to fear, like other than maybe losing your job.
Yeah.
I think if some of these people started fucking getting convicted and actually serving jail time, people are going to think twice before doing the fucked up shit that everybody's been doing in this fucking system, dude.
Yeah, well, it's a shitty situation because realistically, you would want, as a citizen, you would want the FBI, police, CIA, whomever, to leave their personal politics at the door.
Yeah, to be apolitical while you're on the fucking clock.
Yeah, like obviously you're going to have political leanings. Like they're going to be, Democratic or Republican and support whatever party, but they should be able to leave the majority of that at the door and do their job without taking into account politics.
Yeah.
However, especially at the higher levels, their funding and a lot of the stuff that happens and whether you get some of these higher level appointments is based on who you're friends with and what your politics are and what kind of shit you say when you're on TV. So it becomes a political issue. It becomes a political position for a lot of these higher ranked police and FBI, like federal agents and stuff, just federal agents in general. Cause there's a lot of different fucking alphabet soup shit.
Right.
It's like, well, you want to make money. So just, if you fucking don't get enough money, your alphabet soup agency can't fucking pursue the investigations and make the busts that keep you running, and eventually people lose their jobs who are just like the regular fucking cop. That's what you're trying to avoid is the guy who runs it all. So it's a shitty situation to put people in. And it's poorly designed system, but I don't know what the way to fix it is.
Well, I was thinking if it was more public, these appointments were more public, but even then, the media is still covering it, and the media is still super biased one way or the other.
Yeah, well, I mean, all the media is essentially owned by like 6 people, so that's really not a good situation to be in.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't mean 100%, but like 99% of it is fucking like 6 fucking billionaires.
Yeah, all the major fucking networks and shit. Yeah. No, that's why fucking most people now don't fucking trust them. What is the fucking consumer confidence in the fucking media nowadays? It's like 18% or some shit. Like it's fucking ridiculous. And
it's crazy to me how after Trump got elected in 2016, all these people are like, no, the media is real. Who were prior to that being like, nah, these people are all full of shit. Don't listen to any of them. It's like otherwise intelligent people suddenly got swept up in this particular election cycle and presidents.
Well, when they thought Hillary was going to get elected and they were going to have to be making excuses for her, it was when Hillary didn't get elected. They're like, oh shit, we got to fucking pretend the media's not super biased.
Yeah, because I've always said the media is full of shit. Like I don't think I've ever believed shit I've heard on TV, but
I thought
my parents raised me that way, and then suddenly like Trump gets elected and they're like, oh no, it's all real. You gotta watch out. Trump's a fucking Russian spy and all this shit.
I guess I was pretty naive about it. I mean, I've known it for a while now, but like growing up, I certainly didn't.
Yeah. I think the only thing I ever believed was local news, because all they ever did was just talk about like stupid fucking local events and
the local bake sale or the fucking whatever locally is going on. Yeah, shit that you really couldn't politicize if you fucking tried.
It's like, welcome to such and such harvest fair, and here's the harvest queen, da 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 da, like that kind of shit, local news wise, or there was a fire at this building, and here's what we think caused it. You know, that kind of stuff's pretty hard to politicize that.
Right. Yeah, this local fire, I'm pretty sure it's Trump's fault. Yeah, you don't get that kind of shit happening.
John Doe says it doesn't matter if they are public appointments. People being people will skew anything anyone does to fit into their little box. There's ways to balance and check power, like we've done, like our government started out as. I just think over time, everything gets more and more complicated, and that makes it harder and harder for like the average person to keep up with what's going on and to understand where the corruption can get into that, because there's so many fucking avenues.
Yeah, it's just government's too big. There's too many people. There's too many government positions. Yeah, it's.
He does make a point about the fucking everything is a goddamn war. The war on drugs, the war on guns, the war on crime, the war on the war on poverty, the war on this.
War on war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone doesn't do
a war on war.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're talking about. I think that there are genuine like cases of people being like a traitor where they're like trying to undermine public, like trying to form a coup against a duly elected president, like they did with the investigation. Like that was genuinely
traitorous. That should be fucking treason, dude. That really should be fucking treason. Is that still fucking capital offense, dude? Is
treason
still a capital offense?
I don't believe it always is, though. I think that's one of the potential, depending on what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that they need to be executed, but yeah, they should fucking try. They really were attempting to subvert the duly elected president, man.
Oh, John Doe's, you're talking about balkanization, and that's just like that cycles like anything else. So right now we're extremely balkanized. Hopefully that will cycle back out, like the pendulum will swing the other way, and more people will enter the conversation who don't talk in enemies and allies, and are more willing to be like, yeah, I don't agree with this person, but they're still a person and they're human, and that's why we have conversations. Like that's going to swing back the other way. A lot of times it takes violence to swing it back to that point. I don't know, man. Communism is a real fucking scary potential, and it's very clear that there are a lot of people who, for whatever reason, are really pushing that propaganda-wise at a lot of different levels, and that is potentially something that could kill a lot of people. So I think that's part of what's balkanizing a lot of people, is just that particular set of propaganda.
Yeah, the reckless fucking rhetoric, man, coming from the fucking media, dude, is fucking, a powder keg waiting to blow up, man.
Well, and there is a lot of economic disparity. Like, it's not like there are a lot of fucked up problems with our economy and the way people are getting paid and the way people are being forced to work, way more hours. Basically, people are being pushed into a position where they're having to do like 90 hours of work and like a 40-hour work week or get fired because somebody will try and do it. So, and they might be earning their company thousands of dollars, but they're getting paid like a couple of $100. Like, so the disparity is definitely there. Like it's really skewed right now in the favor of like a few very wealthy people, and away from like the middle class and the lower class, where it should be.
The trickle down shit needs to stop, dude. That's for sure. Like that should have never been a fucking thing. It's so fucking.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you rebalance it to the point where it's gotten, but I know that communism is not the way to do it. That's just as bad going the other way as what we have right now. Although I think what we have right now isn't as bad as communism, but like it has the potential to get there.
Yeah.
I
just don't understand subsidizing companies that are making insane profits, dude.
Yeah, that's a big part. The government like paying or waiving fees. That's another big issue. Walmart's going to build a store in your area, and it's going to end up costing your taxpayers millions and millions of dollars. But you should subsidize them, waive all the inspection fees, and allow them to get away with not having to pay all the money that they would normally have to pay to start that business there. For the sake of like a few thousand part-time jobs that are shitty and not going to help anybody, and that those people are going to end up having to collect government benefits anyway.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah.
You're not making the economy better that way. That's not helping.
Well, again, Walmart deliberately pays the people just enough so they qualify for fucking like food stamps. They qualify for benefits. They deliberately pay them to make sure they don't work any overtime, just to make sure that they stay under that amount. Yeah, it's sickening, dude.
And I think a fair point is there's a fair point to leveling the playing field so that there's more competition and a healthier diversity of like people that are able to have businesses.
Right.
Because right now it's in a favor for like big businesses can really easily start a business, but a little guy, even if he's got an amazingly great idea, has very little chance of starting a business and making it work.
Yeah, the startup
more expensive.
Starting up alone or fucking essentially make it prohibitive, dude. Like you fucking can't do it unless you're already established or already have a bunch of fucking money.
Well, and by and large, smaller businesses treat their employees better.
Yeah, it's like the fucking taxi medallion thing they do, like in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
You familiar with that? Where it's like basically, if you want to run a taxi company, you have to get this fucking medallion, and it's $1 million to get it.
Oh yeah, shit like that. Yeah, so it makes it so there's no competition. It's hard to get into the business.
Yeah, unless you're Uber or fucking Lyft, I guess. Then you fucking,
they're supposed to charge you a fee to be a busker, like those people that like do street performing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, anybody that puts down a hat and like plays a guitar or dances or juggles is a busker.
They have to fucking pay.
They have to pay a fucking fee in order to have a license to go out and busk in the city, and then there's like specific places they're allowed to and all that shit. I mean, it's too many weird shit like that.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, man. Yeah, a lot of fucking shit's broken, man. Like I said, it's still a better system than fucking communism, but man, it's definitely not perfect.
It's rapidly approaching not a better system. If you look in Europe and stuff like that, like Sweden and Europe, it's rapidly approaching. Well, actually, they're rapidly going towards socialism and communism right now, but like we're not that far behind. I mean, our one of our major political parties is trying to push communism. So,
yeah, I don't get that at all. Although even those countries over there that they're fucking trying to point to as communist countries aren't really. I mean, the businesses are still run by fucking individuals or corporations or whatever. They're not run by the state. They just tax the shit out of everybody.
To be fair, communism never really happens. It's the problem is that the idea is innately corrupt and breeds more corruption. The concept that everybody's going to share equally is laughably fucking ridiculous. Right. It's never going
to. Yeah, or you're going to work hard. Even if, you're going to get paid the same regardless of how hard you work. But yeah, people will work hard anyway.
I think the problem people run into is purity of like it has to be one or the other. Like the what do you call that?
Polarizing.
Well, polarizing, but like there's it's a fallacy. The fallacy of a false dichotomy. That you must have communism or capitalism, and there's no in between. And it's like reality is a mixed economy, the strongest.
Yeah,
you
no gray areas, basically.
Capitalism. You want more free market because that suits human nature, but you do need some sort of safety net and some sort of rules to prevent slavery, because slavery is eventually what happens with capitalism and communism. Either way, it horseshoes back to the same fucking problem. Whether it be literally acknowledged as slavery or just like slavery in everything but name. That is where those two fucking roads lead. And anybody who thinks that's not true needs to go back and read the history of like the fucking company towns, the railroads, the fucking, you know, I mean, yeah, some of the shit that happened, like fucking child labor in the fucking coal mines.
Yeah, read The Grapes of Wrath. That kind of lays it out pretty well.
Yeah. But that's essentially what happens with like pure democracy and pure capitalism is slavery eventually happens because it's really easy if like 60% of the people agree that 40% of the people not just in pure capitalism, there becomes a single person who will own all property. Like eventually, yeah, I suppose if it went long enough, that's probably what would happen. Of course, then it's those fucking psychos.
That's how again 6 people end up owning all the media, dude.
Yeah, exactly. You have to have like antitrust laws. You have to have things that balance the check of that power, or balance that power, the potential corruption of it.
And that's the thing. We have those laws, they're just never fucking enforced.
Well, the problem we have is in this country, I think ultimately what needs to happen is lobbying needs to be outlawed. Because that's what essentially legally allows corporations to buy government officials. And there's always going to be a certain amount of bribery and corruption, but if it's actually illegal, that makes it a lot harder to do it. It is
you can do it right out in the fucking open.
It's so much more difficult to do if you have to go around all these laws and shit that are actually in place. But like, obviously, it still happens.
Yeah,
human nature.
Yeah.
Hold on, my glasses are off. John Doe put something else, and I think it's a good one, but my fucking glasses are off, and I'm tired. And fucking astigmatism gets worse when you're tired. So normally I could read without them. Oh, it's almost like the forefathers had some sort of brain in their head. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, what is it? Last time any company was actually broken up for antitrust, fucking AT&T in the 80s?
Something like that. Microsoft got busted up. And it looks like they might be going after Microsoft. Or not Microsoft, Apple now.
Yeah.
Apple.
I fucking hate Apple.
Shit. Crazy shit, basically like blocking a lot of businesses from being on their platform. So I think there's people going after them with the bent of an antitrust suit. I don't know if that's going to be successful. Kind of sounds like probably not.
Yeah. Well, it's a little weird that they fucking set the prices for the apps. Like, if you want to have a free app on there, it's not up to you. It's up to Apple. There's a lot of apps that are on Apple that are charged and that are free on Android.
Yeah. Well, and in some cases, the government taking control of the means of production isn't necessarily a bad thing. In the form of PG&E, if PG&E wasn't privately owned anymore, it would be better. But like the fact that basically the government enforced getting your gas and electric from PG&E so that all the systems were the same throughout the country, so that if you bought something you plugged into the wall in California, it would still work in New York or Virginia or Texas or Arkansas or fucking Maine. That's a really good thing. That would make it a lot worse if that wasn't the case. We probably would have a dozen fucking
all outlets and fucking
all sorts of crazy shit that would not be good for just business in general. Yeah. And breaking up Ma Bell. That
was companies making adapters, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I don't want them in charge of the medical thing because government, by and large, is relatively incompetent. I can handle a blackout. Like, I'll be fine, and most people will be fine during a blackout, but fucking when it comes to whether or not I should get antibiotics or something, I don't want the government making that call. That's a bad fucking plan.
Right. Yeah, well, they're way too inefficient, obviously. They're not concerned with profits.
I want doctors to have a genuine interest in keeping me alive, and that interest is that I continue to pay medical insurance so that their company continues to make money. If the government ran it, then they don't have that interest because it doesn't fucking matter. They're still going to get paid. Everybody's going to keep making the same amount of money whether their patients live or die.
Yeah, that's scary.
Granted, a lot of people who go into that field probably do it have a moral interest in keeping people alive.
Right.
But realistically, the motivation for all of them is money, and it's guaranteed a certain amount of money if it's government run, not guaranteed if it's run by insurance companies.
Right.
Yeah. What's up, Satan?
So that's another one. Even the private ones, like, over the years, they pay out less and less and less for, doctor visits or fucking, any shit that the doctor does, during a visit. And it's gotten to the point where, like, being an actual doctor, like, isn't really cost effective. Apparently, like, it's getting to the point where it's going to be all nurse practitioners and fucking physician assistants instead of full-fledged doctors. Yeah, well, I think it's I think
it's where the money is compared to how much you have to spend to be able to get that position.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, the risk versus reward is much better for those positions.
Yeah.
Well, the debt to income. Yeah. If you're going to be fucking $300,000 or $400,000 in the hole when they're not paying out all that much, you're going to be like underwater and fucking 60.
It's a difference between having to pay like $20 and getting a job that pays $40K a year, or having to pay like fucking $6 million and you get a job that pays you fucking $500,000 a year. Then I'll pay the $20 and get the $40K a year. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to be in fucking debt for the next 20 fucking years. Like, that sounds like a shit fucking position to be in.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's another thing that could be reformed is the fucking universities and shit charging the fucking exorbitant amounts they charge now.
Well, that's easy to reform. Take all the government money out of it, man.
Yeah.
All they had to do was rely on people actually paying for it. A lot of the bullshit would get out of there. Like this fucking I got a degree in emotional content of pottery and fucking art from the Western Indies. But that shit's go away because there's no fucking demand for that without government funding.
The gendering of glaciers.
Thing is, though, people will still get those degrees. They'll just be fucked. Even more so than they are now.
Less people will get them because people will have to pay for their own college, and people who are going to pay for their own college are more likely to take classes that are going to make them money back because they're not free. Like they have to pay that money back somehow. So there's a difference when you're applying to college. If you're like, well, I can just take whatever I want. It doesn't matter. The government's paying for it. So I'll take whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't owe any money at the end of this. Big difference between that and like, well, I'm going to owe $100 fucking grand at the end of this fucking deal. I better be able to make that $100 grand back. You know what I mean? Like,
I should probably go for a degree that's going to get me a job out of college.
Yeah.
Although I think it's kind of funny that like fucking companies now want to hire fucking kids out of college because they're all fucking spoiled brats.
It's not even that they're spoiled brats; it's that they're fucking ignorant. Like they don't have basic skills.
Ignorant and entitled.
Well, I mean, like they come out of college without they don't know how to do. They don't have basic grammar and punctuation skills. They don't have basic math skills.
Yeah,
they don't have basic fucking
dude. Ocasio-Cortez has a fucking degree in economics, and she has a degree in foreign relations, and she doesn't know a goddamn thing about either one of them, dude. That's fucking pretty emblematic of what's going on, dude. And again, she thinks she does. That's the fucking problem. That's the fucking arrogance, the delusional arrogance, dude. These fucking kids coming out of college.
I'm eating peanut M&Ms. If it's loud, I don't care. They're fucking delicious.
Oh no, gaming left because Day 12 was running the dryer again. So
I wasn't running the dryer. The dryer was running, but it wasn't me.
Well,
it was fucking loud, dude. Yeah, the end result is the dryer was loud as fuck.
Yeah,
it was
dude,
too loud. That's why I moved out here.
Dave doesn't know how to run the dryer. His mom still does it for him.
Yeah, it's too much for me, dude. I ain't got no fancy college degree. Can't fucking run a dryer.
Fucking Christ! I moved in with a couple.
And for the record,
guys
his mom is Eve.
I actually moved in with a dude that was like that. Like one of my roommates when I was out of high school, like in my 20s, fucking like he didn't know how to do laundry when he moved out because his parents had literally done laundry all the way to the point where he was like an adult.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm like the minute I was high enough to reach it, had nothing to do with my age. It was the minute I was tall enough to put shit in and take it out of the washer and dryer, I was taught how to do my own laundry.
Yeah, me too. Although I still never did it because my mom would eventually do it anyway. I knew how to do it though. At least fucking knew how to do it. You know what I mean?
Oh no, my parents were not going to do fucking chores for me. Dude, that was never going to fucking happen.
My mom's a bit of an enabler. Obviously, that stopped a long time ago. But yeah, when I was a teenager and shit, I'll be like, yeah, she'll do it. She'll
I wonder if there's like a correlation between moms who do their kids' laundry and fucking future addicts.
What, did your mom do your laundry, Satan?
My grandma, yeah. When I was a fucking junkie. Day trois, his mom did his laundry. He was a fucking junkie. You did your own laundry. Well,
my dad was a junkie. That's why I wasn't.
So was mine. Didn't stop me.
Oh, okay. Weird. Maybe, dude.
Wait, and my dad was a junkie and black. Two things I really didn't want to fucking be.
Well, you're halfway there. Oh, sorry.
You're half all right. Mulatto.
Oh, man.
Sorry. Got to work it in somewhere.
I want to point out John Doe is making some very good points in the chat, but I don't know if we're going to keep going on that because that was getting real fucking serious.
Yeah. Satan came
I just want to make sure you realize that I appreciate the contribution he's making. His points are very much accurate.
No one cares about John Doe.
We're not going to share them, but yeah. They're in there. You can watch it on the live thing now.
I just like to acknowledge when somebody's making valid points on the internet because it happens so fucking rarely. I mean, it's not like I do it. So, I mean, somebody's got to. It's coming from
speaking of which, I actually had to type out the words, "This is my friend. He is in fact retarded," on something that you put on fucking Twitter the other day.
What? Because I called Sophane out for his bullshit? Sure.
No, because you called Sophane out for something that
was 100%
really true. That one? Like that's the one where you're gonna go all fucking eight-fisted on him?
No, 100% true. I thought it was funny because not only myself, but several other people made extremely well thought out and extremely true counters to his argument, and he ignored them. So I was like, all right, this is going to be fucking funny. Watch, I'm going to call him a fucking idiot, and he's going to get pissed off, and that's what he'll respond to. But he's never going to fucking reply to anybody making a valid argument.
So you say he's in an echo chamber because he has too many people talking to him about
I say he's in an echo chamber because his goal is to get people to be like, yeah, and everybody's like fans, so they're going to agree with what he says or how he behaves, regardless of what he says.
You don't watch a lot of Poisoning the Well, do you? Like the last like 2 months, Poisoning the Well has become everybody loves Fat Pat. How much fun can we make of how much more fun can we make of Sophane?
Oh,
that has become Poisoning the Well. It's yay, everybody loves Fat Pat. Fuck you, Sophane, you're a dumb piece of shit, fucking libtard. Like that's been the show.
Okay, well I've missed that part then. I do like that he claimed to fucking be for the Electoral College since the 80s. I'm like, really? 40 years ago when you were probably, what, 10? You were like, against the Electoral College? Sure, dude. Buying that one. He's not that old, dude.
He is, I think he's
in his... older than 50?
I think he's pushing 50, dude. I don't know how old exactly he is.
Okay, I know he's in his mid-40s. I'm not sure how much older than that.
Because 1980 was 40 years ago. So he would have, even if he's 50, that would have put him at like 10 years old.
Well, 39 years ago, but okay.
But yeah, okay, yeah. It's not that big of a difference between 39 and 40. But you see what I'm saying? I thought that one was pretty funny because I was like, I know that one's not true. Just like he's been against the Electoral College for a very long time, and even though it's the flavor of the week, that's not why he's talking about it. Probably that is because that's why everybody's talking about it.
But although if you said since the 80s, it could have been 1989 technically, and that would have only been 30 years ago.
Yeah. I just thought that was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like the second you said that Soapane was in an echo chamber, I was like, wow, yeah, he is in fact retarded.
From what I've seen, he basically is like he's just getting responses, and that just drives him to continue doing what he does. Like,
there's people gonna be like, yeah, you tell him Soapane.
You know, and anybody that gets to that level has definitely got has got like that retard squad echo chamber, dude. Like, I'm sorry, even if there's a lot of people that don't agree with him, that does not mean he has no echo chamber.
And what Stabby's describing, it sounds like, again, he was ignoring people that were making decent points and just going after anybody that just insulted him, so he wouldn't have to fucking refute any points.
Yeah, and to be fair, his original point was fucking retarded.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying the second you went, Soaphane's in an echo chamber. Okay, no, like this is my friend. He is in fact retarded. I'm sorry.
Everybody's equal. That's why we should all get one vote, one person, because people are all equal. Like, wow, that's not true. That's a dumb fucking thing. Not only is that not true, but when you put enough people together, they get dumb as shit. So you really don't want to fucking do that.
No, see, person. I love the fucking and you're the only person that is actually fucking Daytwell. You're the only person that I've told this quote to that had been like, hey, wasn't that fucking line from fucking Men in Black? What the fuck? I've said this fucking quote to tons of people, and you're the only one who actually fucking caught where it was from.
Can be smart, but people are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Or people are panicky, stupid, and quick to react, or something like that. Shit, I'm gonna look that quote up now because I've forgotten that was from fucking Men in Black. Yeah. Although the concept I think is from another quote from something else.
Yeah, we need a verbatim, otherwise we cannot continue.
I'm genuinely, I want to find like the actual quote. The person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew that the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that humans were alone on this planet.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Quote,
imagine what you'll know tomorrow.
Yeah, imagine what you'll know tomorrow. John Doe typed that shit up before. I even looked it up. God damn it. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I tab out and look at my my Googles, I can't see the chat anymore. No, that's the main reason why I think the one vote, one person thing is dumb as shit.
Yeah.
Mob rule. It works great.
I think we should all be senators and representatives. Why not? 350
well, in pure democracy, that's how it works, man. Like anybody can introduce like a law to be voted on, and everybody gets to vote on it directly. Like there's no middleman in pure democracy.
Yeah,
that's the insanity of it.
Yeah, the great thing about that, no backlogs at all.
It can work in small artificial environments. Like if you have 10 people in a club in a high school,
so fucking bogged down if that's the way it should operate it. God damn.
Oh yeah, but like if you're in a club in high school and it's like we're the fucking matchstick building club, and you got like 10 people, which after coming up with that name seems unlikely. But you could probably run a club with everybody getting an equal vote in what you guys do, and it'd probably work out fine. But you know, in reality, it's a terrible fucking plan.
Yeah, once you narrowed it down to those 10 people, you got to weed out all the masses of people that are trying to get in the club that just can't.
The matchstick building club is not the one I should have picked. We'll call it the blowjob club. Yeah, there we go. Everybody wants into the blowjob club.
Michael Jackson can be president.
Oh, man.
Oh man, what was that joke that went around when I was in fucking grade school?
That's actually.
You ever tried the Michael Jackson burger? 30-year-old meat between 9-year-old buns.
Yeah, dude, I am actually convinced now that he didn't fucking molest any of those kids, dude.
Man, I don't even know. There's so much money involved that it's easy to believe that it's fake. That whole thing is fake.
Did you watch the Razor Fist videos I sent you about it?
No, I haven't. I should watch the Razor Fist stuff. I've seen that floating around the internet before you sent it to me a lot. Like I just haven't watched it yet.
Oh no! Before I had watched that, I mean, honestly, I fucking assumed that he was a fucking pedophile, dude. You know, and then he lays the shit out, and how obvious the fucking
I've always thought it was even odds because there's a lot of fucking money involved, and historically, when there's a lot of fucking money involved, some corrupt shit happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the fact that these two, said that emphatically that he never did anything to him, and then when they fucking are fucking broke and need money, now suddenly he did. And he's dead. You know.
Do you see this?
It's fucking suspicious as all hell, dude.
Speaking of that,
I should have zero fucking credibility, dude.
Said about that?
Huh?
Did you see the shit that Bette Midler said about that shit?
Bette Midler?
The Bette Midler stuff that's going on right now? Yeah. There's shit that's going on right now about the Michael Jackson stuff with Bette Midler. She came out and she was saying victims got nothing to complain about. They're all married. They got kids. Obviously didn't kill them. You know, they were kids when it happened, and Michael Jackson has his sexual needs, and that's just, it's not unreasonable.
Horrible. That's fucking horrible, dude. How do you fucking even think that, much less say it out loud?
I know. I'm gonna see if I can find the tweet because it's fucking insane. It's one of those ones where you're like, "Whoa, Bette Midler."
Dave Chappelle has a routine about it, where he jokes about that kind of thing. He's like, "So he came over, he fed you, he fucking let you ride the roller coasters and all this shit, and he blew you." He's like, "Dude, that's a great fucking host," But he's joking. You know what I mean? He's not fucking serious, dude. Wow.
What are you talking about? Jokes are real.
Jokes are real. Jokes form reality.
Like anytime somebody says, "Well, this just happened today," that just happened to them today. They don't fucking lie about those things.
No. They're all true stories. No fabrications.
This really happened.
I'm pretty sure that's the law. Yeah.
I meant to go further into that, but I kind of gave up and quit.
Yeah, but I
don't care.
But yeah, it's stabby. Watch him, dude, because it's fucking. Like I said, Razor Fist really fucking laid it out, dude. Laid all that shit out.
Barbara Streisand. My bad.
Oh, that makes sense. Actually, not really. Bette Midler's pretty crazy too, but yeah. Barbara Streisand.
My favorite tweet involving all of that stuff was fucking cancel culture. Cancel Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand. What the fuck is cancel culture?
Okay, I can't find the original. Okay, here we go. Barbara Streisand said Michael Jackson's accusers were thrilled to be there, and his sexual needs were his sexual needs. You can say molested, but those children both married, and they both have children, so it didn't kill them.
What the hell, dude? She's fucking horrible, dude. How can you be that horrible of a person, dude? Wow.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah. She's obviously surrounded by nothing but yes people. Wow. She has nobody in her life to fucking tell her how fucking batshit crazy and horrible she is.
Twitter is the glorious place where celebrities get to basically say whatever the fuck they want if they're not smart enough to hire somebody to run their Twitter. And you get to see just how fucking lunatics, how much of a lunatic they are.
Yeah. You can watch them try to fucking retcon their fucking history of their characters. Like fucking J.K. Rowling.
Okay, no, enough of the retconning of characters and the retconning of stories that I actually enjoy. I just got done rewatching Captain Marvel again, just because I was like, all right, I'm gonna go in there and not just be all really mad about all the fucking Marvel MCU stuff. Whatever, like I'm gonna just go in there. Fine, Marvel is a female. Whatever. The reason the Avengers got together wasn't because of the Coulson arc. Fine, whatever. No, the reason he came up with the Avengers in the first place wasn't because of anything. No, it was because that was the name of fucking Danvers. That was Danvers' call sign. Fine, whatever. I'll ignore all of that. Just watch this as a movie, just as a regular movie, right? It's still fucking dumb. It's still fucking bad, dude. I hate it. It's so fucking. It got worse.
Didn't they fake and make it so like the scar and the way the guy lost his eye was a fucking cat? Like,
oh no, and here's the thing. It had zero to do with the plot. They essentially just like right after like the biggest fight, whatever. It's the climax just happened. The very first part of the wind down, like getting towards like the denouement and everything. You know that word, right?
No, not offhand.
Okay, essentially, like a movie has 5 acts, right? And
okay, I see. Okay.
Act 5 is not the climax. The climax is at the end of Act 4.
The cooling down, sort of like end of the story kind of moment. Yeah, so that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's in a lot of movies, it's actually really fucking short. I mean, like in fucking
like 5-10 minutes or 5-10 seconds. I mean, it's usually.
Well, no, like it's usually between like a few minutes to like 10 minutes.
Oh, I was thinking westerns then, where like the guy kisses the girl and it fucking fades.
Oh yeah, no, fucking spaghetti westerns. The denouement literally is like all of like 30 seconds. Like it's the climax and that's it. It's fucking over. We're done.
Yeah, and then the guy kisses the girl and you're like, oh, it's Kitty and the white hat go and live happily ever after. Yay.
Think of it like this. In Infinity War, right? Like you have the climax, which is all leading up to the fucking snap. And then as soon as the snap happens,
it's the
like that's all the denouement. Like that is the end of like Act 5 is literally like a 5, like they're not even that long. I think it's like a 3-minute scene.
Yeah, it's basically in most movies it's the wind down, but in that particular case it was the setup for the next movie. And
in Captain Marvel, all right, like you have the Act 4, which is honestly not the worst thing. I mean, like the bit about the Skrulls not being the bad guys and they were just fucking refugees was fucking dumb, but whatever. All right, fine. Like you have
really great,
right? But anyway, so you have the climax, and then all right, yeah, cool. Yeah, now the cat eats the Tesseract, or the Flurkin eats the Tesseract, and it's fucking safe now, right? Cool. Hey, it's a cute kitty. Now I'm gonna just scratch you because this has nothing to do with the plot whatsoever. But I'm gonna just scratch your eye out. Oh no! Oh wait, no. He just touched me. It's fine. Oh, it's good. And then 2 shots later, like he's sitting there talking with Coulson in the office, and he has a patch on. It's like really? That's how you chose to do this?
Wasn't the original like he lost it in like some epic fucking like battle or betrayal or something, and it was actually like really interesting because it changed his whole personality?
I don't think they've ever actually explained it in the comics.
Oh, I thought it. I saw some stuff on Twitter where was saying that essentially like Nick Fury was like,
the original one.
Yeah,
the white one.
I think he always had. Yeah, I don't know if they ever explained it.
He always had the eye patch, and then even when they made Nick Fury black, he still always had the eye patch, and they never really explained it. It was just like I think they did one of those things where like the Joker in the Dark Knight, where he explains how he got the scars on his face. Like they've done scenes like that, but they never really actually explained how he.
We never actually explained it. All right. So it was better as a mystery. It made more sense as like a mystery that never got explained because it was just a little flavor to the character and nothing major yet.
Well, okay. Like essentially, unless very soon in the MCU in one of the future movies, the cat comes back and there was a very good reason for him to scratch out Fury's eye. It literally happened for no fucking reason whatsoever.
Nice.
And like it ruined that fucking line in The Winter Soldier. Last time I trusted somebody, I lost an eye.
Oh, that's what somebody was talking about. Okay, yeah, okay, that's what they were talking about. Like it alluded to something really interesting.
Yeah, and then
last time I trusted that, I lost my eye.
Yeah, and then it had zero to do with any character development, any plot device, anything. It was just, we're gonna slip this in. Fucking what?
Yeah. I hear Shazam is good on the other hand. I haven't seen it yet, but a lot of people are saying like it's a really good movie, but I think that's in response to the Marvel being that bad.
Here's my thing about Shazam. I think it's actually going to be a really good movie, but that's not Shazam.
Oh, they basically just took the character and rewrote the whole story just to make it like a fun movie kind of thing.
Well, I mean, the story is actually fairly accurate. Yeah, like the story of Billy Batson, like as the fucking orphan. That's correct. The story of Billy Batson and his friends and him being like, hey, I have fucking superpowers. Fucking yeah, like help me figure out how to do stuff because you're a fucking comic book nerd and fucking superhero nerd, right? Like his best friend was always the superhero nerd. Like the Captain Marvel, or sorry, Shazam, because he can't be fucking called Captain Marvel, whatever. But his friend, like, sorry, Shazam always existed in a world where superheroes already existed, right? And so his friend was a huge fucking Batman fan, a huge fucking Superman fan, and so he knew all about these heroes and stuff. So whenever his best friend gets these superpowers, he's like, "Yeah, man, let me fucking help you out with that shit." All of that's right. The only thing that bugs me is that whenever Billy Batson is a 10 to like or fucking 9 to like 15-year-old kid. I don't think they ever really made him any older because it gets fucking weird.
It stops being an interesting character once he hits adulthood, because then it's like, wait, he turns from an adult to another adult? Like that's not as entertaining.
So, but yeah, so like he's always the little kid, but then whenever he turns into Shazam, and like he gets the wisdom of Solomon, the speed of Mercury, the power of yada yada, right? Like and he gets the power of the gods. He doesn't keep acting like Billy Batson.
Oh, like, yeah. He starts acting like it's like a totally different personality.
And in this one, they're making Shazam acts like a 9-year-old kid. It's gonna. I think it's gonna be a really good, fun movie, but that's not the character. I mean, and that's a really small gripe, but I don't know.
Well, it's interesting though. I didn't realize the movie wasn't out because a lot of people were saying it like they'd seen the fucking movie, which bothers me. Like, if you haven't even seen the movie, don't be like, "Oh, it's a great movie. I loved it." It's like, well, it's not even fucking out yet.
Oh, and I kind of did the same thing. Like, I was like, and fucking Alita Battle Angel was good, and I was like, you know what? I feel like a dick. I'm gonna delete that tweet because I haven't even fucking seen it yet.
Alita Battle Angel was pretty darn good.
Yeah, like it was not bad, but I
there were a couple things they kind of fucking took the teeth out of that would have been a lot more fun.
Like what?
So in the original manga and the if you find the animated basically Alita Battle Angel is based off the animated movie that they made as a advertisement for the manga. Her romantic interest, the guy, was a fucking ruthless murderer. He absolutely killed people to steal their fucking spinal columns.
The doctor?
No, not the doctor. The guy that she falls for, the guy that she becomes romantically interested in.
Oh, yeah?
He was a fucking murderer.
Oh, no shit.
And in the movie, he's like a robber, but he's morally good at the end. Like, he doesn't actually kill people, and he tries to stop the thing.
Yeah.
And then in the book and the comic, the guy with the mohawk and the sword is not a bad guy. He's just extremely rigid and has he's not going to forgive anything, regardless of whether somebody's had a change of heart. If they've already killed somebody, they need to fucking die. Like he's like this super hard ass cop guy. He's not like a joke. the way he is in the movie. So I thought that kind of took away from the story a little bit, but not like a lot. But it was just to change it to Western taste, essentially.
No, I get that. Like, and like if I had ever read the comic or seen the anime,
yeah,
or sorry, read the manga or seen the anime, then that would probably bug me a bit. But since I didn't have that knowledge going in,
it doesn't bug me because I understand why they did it. Because from a Western perspective, the way that it would not have been as popular. Like, it's too complicated. I don't think a lot of people would have appreciated the story as much as they did the way that they wrote it. And it's small changes.
I did for the most part like that movie though. Like it was.
Oh, I thought it was great.
I don't know about great, but it was pretty damn good.
I liked watching like the anime fucking character like in real life. That was fucking real weird watching that. I enjoyed that part of it a lot.
I think it is the single best anime adaptation I've ever fucking seen.
You know what? 100%.
Like live anime adaptation.
Yeah. As far as anime
adaptation, really fucking bad.
Very good. Because they got like the whole inner relationship between her and the doctor that saved her. They got that all right. They went beyond the original animated series because the animated thing was like 2 episodes long, and it was just a teaser to get you into the manga.
Okay.
Or manga, or however you want to pronounce it. I don't fucking know.
I think they're both technically correct. I think if you're saying it like the Japanese will say manga, but I think it's technically correct to say manga in like if you're speaking English and then say manga, I think that's technically correct in English, but you could say manga and that would be more correct.
I think the people that worry too much about that are fucking idiots. But like, you know what I'm fucking mean.
Right.
But yeah, I think if somebody was like grew up with that manga, I could see them being upset. But I think it's inevitable that they're gonna adjust the story to fit Western taste. You can't have the hero in love with the bad guy in Western movies unless the bad guy is redeemable.
And him being a fucking sociopathic murderer that steals fucking spinal fluid is not very redeemable.
No, spinal cords, dude. The whole fucking spinal cord. That's why people died when you stole them.
Okay, yeah. That's
thing,
I could walk that off.
Yeah. And yeah, that dude kills the guy, and then fucking she saves him by fucking hooking his head up to her body like she did in the movie. The guy that she beat the shit out of and tore his fucking jaw off and stole the sword from. Like, that may have happened first in the comics, but it did not happen in the original animated movie. Like, that dude just killed the guy because he caught him fucking murdering people and wanted the bounty.
Oh, I mean, like that happens a lot, though. Like, think of it this way: who is the biggest bad guy you can think of in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Like the biggest villain, right?
Krang.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no one ever says that. Fuck you. But yeah, like actually, like from the fucking comics, Krang is one of the biggest fucking bads. But like the one everyone always says is Shredder, right?
Okay, Shredder. Okay.
Shredder got killed off in the first fucking run of the comics. Like that was the finale of the first run of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He never got brought back. Still to this day has not been brought back in the comics.
That actually makes sense, like, because the comics are way darker than the fucking cartoons. Because in the cartoons, nobody ever dies. They just, go away for a while.
Yeah.
But in the, and even in the movies, like, no one ever dies.
No one ever stays dead.
Yeah, like the fucking original set of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, the fucking Shredder, like, at the very end of the first one, his hand pops out of the garbage, and supposedly he survived, and then like he does the whole thing in the second movie and survives. And
no one ever stays dead except for fucking Eris and Jesus.
There's a mod you can do if you have Final Fantasy VII on PC where Eris, you save her with a Phoenix down.
Yeah,
my brother was telling me about that. He said apparently it does a whole lot of other shit to the game too and balances out a lot of shit, but I thought that was fucking funny that somebody finally was like, you know what? Why don't you just give her a Phoenix down? Like, that works for everybody else when they die.
Well, I mean, that's the thing though. Like, and it's still to this day coded in the game that like if you get Eris to level 99, she's actually one of the strongest characters in the fucking game.
Yep.
But
I've done
because
that.
no one ever no one can ever get her to level 99 legitimately without fucking either spending fucking hundreds and hundreds of hours sitting there training low level fucking bullshit.
It absolutely takes a very long time to do it, but it is doable.
Or by essentially playing late game stuff with a character who shouldn't be allowed to be there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think that originally they weren't going to kill her off. I think that was something they changed after they'd done all the basic development.
No, she was always going to die.
But they designed all the framework and everything, and then once the framework was all done, they were like, all right, here's the story. Oh, we didn't have to code that. Oh, well, I guess we did anyway.
No, like she was always going to die. The reason she's so much stronger early is because they wanted her to be fucking useful, because they wanted you to play her.
Oh, so that you would be emotionally invested in the character before it inevitably died. Oh, you know what's worse than that, though? I don't know if you ever played, what was that fucking... The one where it's like the fucking emo girl that goes back in time and tries to save the world?
You're going to need to be way more specific, dude.
Or Life is Strange.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so I don't know if either of you guys have played the game, but essentially the whole thing is your character can go back in time and like redo things to try to like make everything come out all right. And one of like her really close friend as a child that she's reconnected with in high school, because they moved out of the state and then moved back into the state when she was in high school. They reconnect, and her like best friend lost one of her friends, and you find out over the course of the game that like her friend got murdered, and you have to deal with the serial killer that fucking killed her and all this other shit. But you do all these things to make everything come out right, but then at the very end of the game, everything that you did is completely nullified, and you just have to decide on whether you save your best friend or the town full of people. So none of it fucking mattered. It's one of the worst games I've ever seen, just in that respect. Because, like, why did you do all the rest of that?
They do explain Fury's Eye in the original.
Oh, they do?
Do they really?
Back in the Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commando says number 27, issue 27. A Nazi grenade dealt the initial damage to Fury's eye. Fury caught the grenade and tossed it back, but he wasn't quick enough to get clear of the blast before it exploded. He could have recovered, but he got stuck behind enemy lines for several days. The damage got worse or whatever. When he finally got back to the doctors or whatever, like he could have had a surgery to save the eye, but he would have been out of action for like a year of the war. Or he could keep fighting and lose the eye. And he obviously he's Nick Fury, so he fucking kept fighting and just said, fuck it. That's pretty good.
Story than the cat.
Okay, like I was gonna kind of say like there being an actual story behind it might actually make it less appealing, but that's honestly not a bad way to go.
Yeah, that's totally like there's no way he wouldn't. Yeah, that fits the character pretty well. Yeah, I could sit out the war for a year and save my eye, or I could fucking keep fighting and fuck it, I got another eye. That fits Nick Fury pretty well, I think.
I wonder how long before they take both his eyes.
Yeah, man.
I'm surprised, honestly. I'm surprised.
Yeah, the next one he's gonna slip and hit the end of a fucking counter and fucking lose his other eye. Something fucking mundane like that, dude.
Oh, fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh my god, that would be fucking epic. Fucking
I got pink eye and it just got out of control. It had to come out. Somebody farted on my pillow, and it turns out.
He got the jigger or whatever it is. He got a couple of jiggers in his eye socket.
Jiggers. Yeah.
Fucking giant slugs that fucking burrow into your skin.
Well, the jiggers are different. Those are the little sand fleas. It's the botfly larva.
Yeah.
Yeah, jiggers are nasty too. Have I shown you that? That's fucking gross.
I'm gonna change the subject. I'm gonna change the subject because I don't want to fucking talk about that shit. But go to Twitter real quick and type in Russia with a capital R and nothing else.
Nothing comes up.
No.
Let me see here.
The POTUS account comes up.
Russia threatens American democracy even without.
No. Just like go in and like you're about to type a tweet, right? And just type in Russia with a capital R.
Oh, it does. Yeah, the only one that comes up is somebody I'm following. Dolphin Russian Bot Radio comes up first, but after that is President Trump.
Yep.
Gosh, I wonder how that happened. That's fucking funny. I like that, like, so many people are talking about it, but the fucking Walking Dead is the top of the trends.
Dude, I managed to go from, all right, I'm having a regular kind of I hate myself kind of day, I'm waiting for death type of thing, to getting really, really, really fucking excited about something, only to read a few articles, and then I now want to go fucking murder some showrunners.
Oh, you know what? John typed a comment that actually a while ago that I think applies to this. He says he doesn't believe that you can watch anything and not be mad. Speaking of murdering some showrunners, I just wanted
to. Okay, no, fuck it. Okay, whatever. Like, if you want, like, okay, there was a show that came out in the early 2000s, right? Like, early to mid 2000s, and it is still to this day, I think, one of the most underrated fucking sci-fi fantasy shows of all fucking time.
All right.
It was called the 4400. And essentially what happens is a bunch of people just kind of get yeeted from the timeline, right? Like just like starting back in like the 20s or like the 10s, 20s, 30s, whatever. And they just get fucking yoinked from the timeline. And they disappear. Nobody knows what the fuck happens to them, except for all of a sudden one day in like early 2000s, they all fucking show up, all 4,400 of them, in this giant ball of light in fucking Seattle.
And they remember nothing between the time of their disappearance and their return. I'm looking at the
wiki. Like they got yoinked from the timeline, and then the next thing they know is, wait, what the fucking, why am I in Seattle?
And none of them
year is
yeah.
this? And they all start getting.
They disappeared, and they immediately appeared in the future, but everyone else had to obviously live up to that moment.
Right.
It's on Netflix. That's my.
But yeah, and like throughout the show, they start getting abilities and shit, like fucking telekinesis, fucking precognition, fucking people can control fucking can control fire. Some of them can fucking like control seismic activity. Some of them can fucking duplicate themselves, like that kind of shit, right? And it leads to this giant fucking climactic ending where you have some of the 4400s essentially taking control of the entire fucking state.
Oh, interesting.
And then it ends on this cliffhanger, and then it got canceled, and everyone was like, all right, well, it'll get brought back for a movie. That didn't ever happen. All right, well, it'll get redone later. Like we'll continue it later. That didn't happen. A couple of the actors, like the main actors, died. It's like, all right, well, maybe we can do something else and bring it back later, like as the time, like as like a legitimate time skip. Like, all right, well, now this is what's happened in the last 10 years or so, whatever. Well, that didn't happen. Instead, now what they're going to do is they're going to reboot the whole fucking series. Not continue it. Just, yeah, we're going to start the whole fucking thing over with the ball of light and the 4400 getting popped out in fucking Seattle. Why? Fucking why? That's so goddamn stupid.
It always turns out so well when they just reboot shit. Fucking great.
Like, if they wanted to continue the show, that would be awesome. It was a great show, and I think what the best way they could have done that is now there was a little girl that had precognition in the show, right? And I think by the time it ended, she was like maybe 10 or 11, something like that. And it's been 10 years, 10, 11, 12 years or whatever since the show ended. All right, now the main character could be her.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And like, instead of having it be the fucking it's not FBI, but it's essentially the FB fucking I, but it's called NTAC. It was a new division created to deal with the 4400.
Yeah.
But and they could have the main character be the little fucking girl and start it from there. But no, they just want to reboot the fucking series. And it's the dumbest fucking thing. I don't understand. Like, this will fail, and if it doesn't, fuck people. Like, this should fail because this is a dumb idea.
Well, you know what they could do is it sounds like, so it kind of ended on a weird note with the 4400 running the state kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the girl with precognition working with NTAC to try to fucking break their power hold, and they've become like despots and stuff like that.
Well, like, I mean, that's like the entire time, like, because the little girl got adopted by one of the NTAC agents.
Yeah.
Like,
so that would actually make sense then, because she was adopted by one of them.
And then the whole time she's like, yeah, we have to stop the bad guy. Like, he's one of the 4400, but he's a bad guy, right? And like, as she gets a little bit older, she's like, no, like, maybe that's not entirely right. Sometimes what the government does is fucked up. Like, especially whenever they were fucking trying to inhibit the abilities of the 4400 and killed a fucking bunch of them because it was fucking poison.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of actually like genuinely dark themes in this in this show. And like, towards the end, she's like, yeah, no, I'm on his side. Like, he's not as bad as everyone says he is. Plus, like, she can see the future, so she kind of knows what's going to happen, and she can, like, yeah, he's not as bad as you think he is. And so like,
then it might be potentially very interesting to see what made her flip if they rebooted it with her being on NTAC's side.
I don't know. I would love to see that, but that's not what they're gonna fucking do, and I'm pissed.
One thing, it sounds like that might be a good way to go with making her the main character to boot. Like, it sounds like there's a lot of potential options there that they just fucking ignored.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, John Doe wants to know if we ever saw the British show Misfits. It would be a no from me. I've never heard of that.
I'm not positive, but I think that's one that I started and didn't really get into, because it was on Netflix a long ass time ago, and I think I started it but did never really get into
that's
it.
the story of Netflix right there, man. There's so many things that I started and just like never went back to that were like, they weren't bad. I just moved on without really remembering them or something.
But anyway, tell us about Misfits, because you want to talk about it apparently.
Well, John Doe wanted to ask if we knew about it, so I don't know. We'll have to wait until he types something in the chat.
Well, that's why I was talking to John Doe, not you.
Well,
You shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what, there's a good show on Amazon Prime, The Grand Tour. And it's Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May doing the whole supercar thing on there again. I mean, it's not exactly the same as the show they used to do, but it's pretty close to the same shit. So very entertaining to watch. Killing time.
I actually like it.
What's it called again?
The Grand
I like
Tour.
those guys, dude.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. I'm sure you can find it sailing the seas of the internet.
What's the name of the show on BBC?
Oh,
why can't I remember the name of the show?
That they were on.
The one they used to do.
Yeah.
Oh, Top Gear. Top Gear.
It's essentially
Top Gear.
like a new version of Top Gear. It's not exactly the same, but a lot of the same shit.
Oh, then so I wouldn't be interested at all.
Okay, yeah, then you wouldn't be interested at all. But it's a lot of fun if you were a fan of the one. Like, I was a fan of Top Gear. It was definitely fun to watch.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
And there's 3 seasons of it. I think only the third season is still on Amazon.
Cool to like that one. Satan's being all hipstery now, dude. Not like
Misfits had fucking superpowers and shit.
No, okay, so it's an interesting take on superhero roles and superpowers that were spontaneously given to people.
Okay, I obviously didn't watch that then because like those kind of stories.
I would have watched it too for sure.
Like I love those kind of stories. Like the all right, well, people get fucking powers. Like, especially the ones that aren't really the fucking superhero ones, but the ones where it's like, yeah, it's just fucking regular motherfuckers, and now they have fucking powers, those type of shit. I love those movies, those shows, those animes. Like, animes are the ones that do it the best most of the time, just because they have the ability to do the special effects without having to do special effects. And it's a lot more believable with fucking cartoons do crazy shit than when people do it. But I'll have to check it out, though, because I love those kind of stories.
Sorry, I got wrapped up in Netflix for a second.
Yeah, no, I added the 4400. I'm gonna check that out.
The 4400 sounds really interesting. I did add that as well.
It's a really good show. Like, I'm telling you, like, it is. If not just the early 2000s or just the 2000s, whatever, like the 10s. Or not the 10s, I guess that'd be just the early 2000s. Because 10s would be now still technically. But if not just then fucking just the most underrated sci-fi fantasy show, period. Like, it was really fucking good.
I've heard Heroes was good, but I couldn't keep interested in that.
Heroes was great for the first, like, that first season was amazing, and then it was like, okay, that, yeah, cool, and then it kept going. It's like, all right, this is getting not great anymore.
Getting a little silly.
Like, it kept getting worse and worse in the first season, but it started out so high that it's still kind of worth watching later on, just because it didn't ever get better than the first season, but it still ended kind of okay just because it started out so high, you know?
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, Chondo says, in the Misfits, there are a bunch of degenerates doing community service that get superpowers. And then they discover that other people have them too. I'm like, that's got to be right up Satan's alley. For sure.
He's like, I've had that exact dream.
Dream, dude. I've had that exact fucking acid trip.
Nice.
Like, I thought I could fly for
Who needs VR when you have acid?
Oh man, VR is so fun. I don't know if it's ever going to be a good platform for gaming, but it is entertaining. I'd love to see movies in VR.
I mean, they have porn.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking
VR
weird.
spider porn. Check it out.
No, stop it. You fucking stop.
Oh, dude. So
you just said VR and spiders. I don't even care what happens after that. You just fucking stop right goddamn now.
Weird thing about VR.
I hate spiders too, so I really fucking regret saying that. Nightmares. I'm giving my fucking self nightmares.
VR porn has a weird perspective thing when it comes to real people, apparently. If you've ever watched VR porn, I don't know if you have or not, but I have. Because, I mean, obviously I have a VR headset. Of course I'm going to watch VR porn at some point. It makes everybody look like small versions of humans, like not really human. So it's like watching dolls fuck you. It's real fucking weird and creepy. It's not arousing at all.
Honestly, that's how I see people anyway. Like, I know my perspective. I'm not fucking 9 feet tall, but that's how I look at everyone. Is just, you're just small, useless fucks.
You know, like the my-size Barbie dolls.
The ones where you cut the slit in the middle and then keep them lubed up.
Okay, that's not where I was going with that at all. Oh, that's fucking creepy as shit.
Is that how you use yours?
No, my little sister used to have one, and she actually looked like from the back.
Why would you give your sister one of those?
My-size
gross.
Why would you give your sister a sex doll?
They're not actually sex dolls. No, it was really weird because they looked the same.
What do you mean they're not a sex doll? That's what he just described. Pretty
What, the
sick,
mind
Savvy.
they're not sex dolls. Sorry,
dude. He talked about how you cut the head in and glue it up.
No, that was Satan. I'm not that degenerate.
I know. No, okay, never mind. I'm gonna stop.
I'm not sure how that would work either. Like, they were pretty hard plastic. I don't think that would end well.
Yeah, you're working out the schematics now, dude. You're working out the.
No, I hadn't thought about it for a long time, and then I was like, that fucking doll was pretty fucking like you could use that as a weapon.
Like,
it was pretty hard plastic. Like, I don't think that slitting it that would be very. You just lose your dick. Like you'd have no more dick.
Just fucking spontaneously combust, dude, from the friction.
No, I think if you could get it in there in the first place, it'd deglove it and then just rip off whatever was left when you tried to pull it back out.
Wow.
But yeah, VR porn, it's like a weird perspective. Like there's small little doll like figures that are trying to fuck you. It's really weird. And porn actors don't have a lot of understanding of where the camera is. So like there will be scenes where like it's like a gangbang scene, and then like this dude is just sitting over on the couch looking at you and like giving you the thumbs up occasionally, and like, yeah, man. You're like, that's really distracting and weird.
You're doing great.
It's just every once in a while you look over and there's this naked dude on a couch where you're like, yeah. And he doesn't say anything because he doesn't realize he's in the shot because the camera angle is obviously wider because it's VR, but oh man,
it's fucking weird, dude.
I think there's a lot of potential for movies. I think you could make it could be very interesting for like movies or like choose your own adventure kind of like things, maybe where it's a combination.
It would have to be obviously done specifically for VR. Like you could really do it and take a regular movie.
There was this really like I love the idea, but in practice it ended up costing way too much fucking money and it never ended up getting finished. But the idea was they were going to use one of those 360-degree cameras, right, for all of the different shots. And what you were supposed to do as the viewer was decide where you were looking at any given moment. Like you are essentially the main character, and you're looking through like where you want to look with the 360-degree camera, and you would eventually have to end up watching the movie multiple times just because you're gonna fucking miss key details because of how they frame shit.
Yeah, of course.
But like it was meant to be kind of like this, like choose your own adventure-ish. Like the story progresses the exact same way, but you would have to make sure you were looking at the right things at the right times to be able to understand everything that was going on.
I think that's not. Oh, pardon me. I don't think that would be particularly difficult to manage as long as you just maintain the action somewhere in like a certain degree of reference to the person's point of view. So like if you have an action sequence directly ahead of somebody and then the next thing is maybe a little to the left, so they're obviously turning their head to look at the cool, crazy shit that's going on, then the next scene would be within a certain range so that it would always like the important shit would always be like in range of where you're looking, so it would draw you to look at it naturally.
Right. But like, I think the main problem with that one was, one, it's not something that you could really like. It's not something that you could mass produce to be able to sell well. Like, I think it was a great idea, and until like there's a VR rig in everybody's fucking house, and like that kind of thing is a fucking norm.
It's slowly getting bigger, but I don't know that it'll ever get there.
I mean, it'll probably get there eventually, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Like, it's something that's way out of the pale for right now.
Well, I mean, the VR headsets, you can get the mixed reality from like Windows mixed reality. It's not like it doesn't have sensors to move for your body. Like it just has the hand controls and the headset.
Mm-hmm.
For like $200 or $300. And they're just as good, like visually, as the more expensive headsets. They just don't have the body tracking.
Right.
So, I mean, it's slowly getting to a more affordable range for people. So, yeah, like over time, maybe like in the next 10 years, 15 years, it'll be big enough.
Yeah, I could see that. Like have a couple of more like advanced things come out, and then everyone's like, oh well, now that the fucking big super XD fucking triple K 420 whatever is out, well maybe I go get one of the fucking simple ones, and whenever you have that out now, then it's more likely that you could do something like that. And pull
yeah, the newest headset is like something like $800, $900 to get
the last VR headset I looked at that a buddy of mine was like, dude, I really want to fucking get this. I have no need to get this, but I really fucking want it. It was like $4,000.
Oh wow, okay, they have more than that. Okay, I haven't seen that yet. John Doe says they didn't have the right lenses on the cameras for the VR porn. I don't know, but the screen door effect is the other thing that's holding VR back right now.
It looks really fucking weird.
Screen door effect. It all looks like you're looking at it from like almost through a screen door because it's pixelated.
Yeah, so you can almost see like the grid like pattern. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It works in video games because it's already like a surreal thing you're looking at. Like you don't expect, like your brain doesn't expect it to be very real, but like that's part of what makes the VR porn and like live action stuff with people look real funky. They apparently make vibrating bodysuits that has feedback. I know that they had the technology to give haptic feedback. As far as like rough, smooth textures, pressure, and hot and cold. I didn't know that they actually had made anything that you could actually buy that had any feedback like that yet. Interesting. Well, it's going further and faster than I realized, but it's still like a fucking rich person's fucking playground, I imagine. Because you're gonna spend $4,000 fucking dollars on a fucking VR set.
I'm gonna wait for the price to come down. Yeah, or rob a rich person. One of the two.
Yeah, really. Well, I mean, if
hold them hostage,
$1,000
is like, hey, I just want to jerk off, and then I'll be out of your hand.
Yeah, actually, if I had $4,000, I'd get the fuck out of California. Fucking move somewhere else.
Wait, okay. How do you live in California and don't have $4,000?
Because everything in California costs so much fucking money, dude.
Yeah, but everything in California costs like $4,000 fucking dollars. So how the hell do you not have $4,000 fucking dollars? Just whatever you get paid next, your fucking $120,000 a year payment to make sure you can afford your one fucking bedroom apartment.
Yeah, I make just
that's why he doesn't have
what I'm with how I'm living right now, and not much more than that.
So what you're saying is that I actually have more money than you.
Or your parents to kick you out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I live with my folks, dude. I moved out on my own for like 2 or 3 years, and then I went back to school, moved back in with my parents, and then the fucking economy tanked.
Wait, hold on. When you said you moved out on your own for like 2 or 3 years, is that like how many years in total you've lived away from your parents?
Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no. Oh no.
See, when you have family that actually is decent and doesn't like abuse you, it's not a bad deal. It's like,
yeah, but that's still sad though, dude.
but
you're
want like,
you're assuming that
weird, creepy, like you got to fucking do what we say shit.
Wait, yeah, so are your mom and dad there now?
As far as I know.
Can you get them on the call?
No.
Why not?
The fuck?
Well, come on, we want to talk politics with them.
First, why can't I talk to your mom?
Sleep right now. My mom's definitely passed out, like high and stoned and passed out. My dad's. There's no way I'd be able to wake my dad up.
But why can't I talk to your mom?
Passed out. Hmm?
Why can I talk to your mom?
You were a terrible person, and I would never do that to my mom.
Letting you anywhere near my mom.
I just think you're worried that I might become your next fucking dad.
No, God no. I'm pretty sure she'd kick your ass before that would happen, dude.
Oh,
I don't
like wait. As I come though, right?
No.
Right. A little more better. Yeah, you got to assume that he might get his ass kicked, dude. He considers that foreplay.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh man.
What do you mean you're not
like
my
So Stabby, what you're saying is, I'm gonna fuck your mom.
So you want me to start calling you daddy now or later?
Yeah, you fucking call me daddy, goddammit.
Oh man. You know, you'd be more entertaining than my dad, so that would be fairly entertaining to be honest. You probably drink less.
Yeah.
Oh, John Doe. I didn't know. John Doe says you're into being dominated, Satan. I did not know that.
No. I'm just trying to recreate the best orgasm I've ever had, which happened whenever some fucking Jewish chick dressed as a Nazi punched me in the nose as I was coming.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about you were like I was masturbating while watching fucking June Cleaver or something.
Yeah, we've all been there.
We've all been there. Nope. I've never been there. I've never been that desperate. Probably my satisfaction would be like Fredericks of Hollywood. I don't know if you've ever seen that magazine.
We're real desperate. The Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
Oh yeah, swimsuit issue for sure. I've been there.
Dude, the back in my day stories for us to tell our grandkids is going to be about how difficult it was to find shit to jerk off to. Back in my day,
porn used to be super fucking hard to find when I was a teenager, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy, dude. Like Fredericks of Hollywood fucking like lingerie fucking catalog. That was the fucking shit right there. Because sometimes you'd see nipples.
Right. Yeah, for the kids, are like, "What do you mean? It's right here on my phone."
Yeah, like they just fucking download like a throat fucking like compilation clip on their fucking phone. I think the craziest thing I fucking ever saw when I was a teenager, like I bought a couple Playboys off some dude who was like the sheriff's kid.
Yeah.
And then fucking somebody else.
Troublemakers, dude. Sheriff's kids.
Oh, that kid had all the fucking illegal fucking knives, dude. Stilettos and fucking like automatic knives and shit, and just all sorts of shit you were not allowed to have.
Fully automatic or semi-automatic knives?
The ones where you push the button and it comes out the front. Is that not an automatic knife? I don't really do that much.
That was a dumb joke about fucking guns, dude.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I think they're called ballistic knives, dude.
Oh, ballistic knives. Okay, that still sounds fucking like a gun.
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, the fucking blade shoots out at something, dude.
What was it? And then I fucking bought one where it was like a penthouse or a hustler or something, where like the chick fucking like banged two dudes and had like cum on her at the end. That was the craziest, dirtiest shit I saw until fucking the internet came out when I was like 17 or 18, I think. Or when it became possible to like download porn off the internet.
Yeah, although even then it was fucking just still pictures for the most part, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, like
pictures.
Yeah, if you want to download a video, that's like a fucking week and a half back then. All right, I'm gonna get this downloaded. It should be done by next Thursday. Yeah. No, I remember that shit. Fucking dial-up. God damn. Yeah, that's probably another thing, dude. Talking about how you would click on a page, go out and smoke a cigarette, and fucking come back and hope it had loaded while you were gone. Fucking dial-up. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, that's fucking dumb. Oh, the first porn site was registered in 1994 by a guy named Gary Kremen. Kremen, and his name was Seaman. Oh, he's the one who bought sex.com. He basically just fucking camped the site.
Oh, what do they call it? Cyber squatting, where they fucking everybody. Wow, nice. But yeah, people would go in and get like MTV.com before MTV could grab it, and then they'd fucking sell it to them or whatever. Cyber squatters.
You know, somebody fucking stole the site, and he sued the guy, won a $65 million judgment. The guy fled the country to Mexico and moved all his money to an offshore account. And then, but he eventually, like, the guy sold the fucking sex.com for like 12 million. So he made some decent money.
Good for that guy.
Oh, he founded Match.com as well, apparently. Weird, man.
Like a redemption story.
Crazy. The first YouTube video was some kid fucking at the zoo, and it's a 19-second clip.
Yeah, the thing is, I know that's not true though.
What was it? It was an ad.
This article, man, I don't fucking know if it's true.
Do you know what YouTube was intended to be?
A porn site.
A dating site.
Oh, really? Okay.
Where people could go up and put their fucking profiles, because the fucking first guy to make it before he sold it to the company that is now YouTube was fucking horny as shit. He was just trying to get laid.
Well, I mean, that is what motivates a lot of technological changes.
Indeed.
I think VHS came about because it was a great platform for porn. That's what really pushed it.
Same thing with DVDs and Blu-rays.
Yep. People were really fucking horny and wanted to jack off. Man, I wonder how much it takes to get into that fucking field. That would be fucking lucrative, I would imagine.
Like, get into what?
Porn company? Not to do porn. Like, I know like the fucking male actors, they don't make shit compared to like the female actors. And even then,
you just want to be a fluffer.
If you're the one fucking making the porn, like the producing it and all that shit, like that's where I would imagine, if you're gonna
Stabby wants to be a fluffer.
Decent amount of money if you're producing the whole thing.
He means fluffing.
It's not as good as you'd think.
But you work a lot.
Oh well,
are you still on the fluffing thing? Jesus Christ, dude.
No, that last one was it, dude. I meant that as like, you know how they say the porn guys, the guys don't make much, but they work a lot. That's what I was going for. Like the girls make a lot more money, but the guys work more.
Unless you're the hedgehog.
It's an axiom, an adage, whatever you want to call it, dude.
You're just saying they work harder. Get it? Harder.
Yeah, like they're harder.
Oh man, but they still get shafted in the end.
In the gay porn, for sure.
I regret being on this show. It's turned me into somebody that thinks puns are acceptable.
Hey, you got to admit, we went a long time before hitting you with the puns, and you did start it, by the way, with the.
I know this was my fault. I deserve this.
It's a hairy situation you started there.
Oh, that just kind of didn't make sense, dude. Explain yourself.
I'm still going off of dick puns.
Yeah, dude, but you got to remember.
Still has a hairy dick nowadays in current year. I believe everyone shaves their fucking shit nowadays, dude.
John Doe says, "Damn, the porn puns are coming in all directions."
Get out.
You know what? We should probably stop. Like, we got to the point where we're just telling terrible puns. It's probably time to fucking end it.
Yeah. John Doe, appreciate you sticking around, bro.
Yeah, anybody that stuck around, right on, man.
Oh wait, I haven't passed out yet. You guys mind streaming for a little while longer? I'll leave my mic on and just turn y'all down so I can pass out.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I was being dead serious. Like, keep streaming for like another 30 minutes and I'll pass out.
Streaming for another 30 minutes.
I'm
watch the replay and it'll be pretty much the same thing. we need the view count, dude, for the algorithm.
Oh my god!
And it'll totally make a difference.
Actually, we got
shit
for a little while on there.
You had what?
I said we got serious about shit for a little while there.
Yeah, that's true. And then Satan showed up.
Yeah.
My bad.
And it's a coincidence. All right, but yeah, let's fucking end it. Bye-bye.